Radio Network.
Gone! Three-run homer, Ian Happ. Swinging a line drive, base hit. He has done it. Pete Crow Armstrong has hit for the Cycles. Bush drives one in the air. This ball's got a chance. Gone! This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on the score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by the Volvo XC90, Benny's Beverage Depot, Benjamin Moore, Grand Appliance, James Hardy Building Products, Laturo Tire, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, Old National Bank, Sea Glass Wine, Sloan, Southwest Airlines, Xfinity, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now, here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Coomer, with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
The streaky Cubs are hot again, and they're back home to start a 6-game homestand. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game set against the San Diego Padres. Hi, everyone. A pleasant good evening to you from beautiful Wrigley Field. Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman in for Pat tonight. It's a steamy Monday at the friendly confines. Mostly sunny at the moment, nearly 90 degrees. Wind blowing out. Cubs enter play fresh off a 6-1 road trip, including taking 2 of 3 this weekend from first place Milwaukee. Tonight, left-hander Shota Imanaga starts for the Cubs, while right-hander Griffin Canning goes for the Padres. Let's get right to the starting lineups, brought to you by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. For Craig Stammen's San Diego Padres, a record of 43-39, second place in the National League West. Fernando Tatis Jr. is the leadoff man. He's in right. The left fielder is Samad Taylor. Manny Machado plays third and bats third. The cleanup man for the Padres is the designated hitter, Miguel Andujar. Ty France at first. The center fielder is Jackson Merrill. Batting seventh, shortstop Xander Bogaerts. The catcher is Freddie Fermin. And batting ninth, second baseman Jake Cronenworth, with right-hander Griffin Canning on the hill for San Diego. Meantime, for Craig Counsell's Cubs, a record of 46-38, second place in the National League Central. Pete Crow Armstrong, the leadoff man in center field. Alex Bregman at third. The first baseman is Michael Busch. The designated hitter is tonight's Cubs cleanup man, Seiya Suzuki. Ian Happ in left field. The second baseman, Nico Horner. Batting seventh, right fielder Michael Conforto. The catcher, Miguel Amaya. And hitting ninth, shortstop Dansby Swanson, with left-hander Shota Imanaga on the mound. At the moment, 88 degrees here at Wrigley Field. Wind blowing out on a mostly sunny early evening here at the friendly confines. The Game Time Temperature, sponsored by Four Seasons, your trusted local experts for heating, air conditioning, plumbing, sewer, and electric. First pitch next. Cubs and Padres on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Spiegel and Holmes, great Cubs guests, and more on your way home, 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Pat, did you know that our Catch Des Moines radio spots are now award-winning? It must be these golden pipes and our witty repartee.
Don't flatter yourself, partner. Des Moines is the real star. With award-winning attractions and a central location, it's the perfect getaway and the best thing since sliced bread, which, by the way, was invented in Iowa.
Ooh, do you think leftover steak de Burgo would be good as a sandwich?
Rod, you never have leftover steak de Burgo.
Then I guess I better order 2.
Des Moines, it's a trip. Make it yours at CatchDesMoines.com.
It's game time, and that makes it the perfect time for a flight by Yingling. At just 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, and packed with flavor, Flight is the next generation of light beer. From the oldest brewery in America, look for Flight wherever you buy beer, and tonight might be a good night for a Flight. It's 88 degrees, very warm here at the friendly confines. Be a great day to hit if you're standing in a batter's box. So it's going to be one of those ball games, Z. The Cubs coming off a big win yesterday. We had a lot of fun doing that game yesterday, and a great road trip at 6-1.
A bullpen game for the Cubs yesterday. Brandon Woodruff, the veteran right-hander, going for the Brewers, and yet it's the Cubs who found a way to beat the Brewers in extra innings. They took 2 of 3 in Milwaukee, and now start play tonight, 5.5 games behind the first-place Brewers in the National League Central. The whole dynamic has changed. But the Cubs are also in a fight with these Padres when it comes to the National League wildcard race, so this series will have a lot of implications down the road. Shota Imanaga on the mound for the Cubs. The lights are on. Tonight's game is powered by ComEd. The right-handed hitting Fernando Tatis Jr. will dig in, batting .283 on the year with 3 home runs. That's a surprise. He's been a power hitter most of his career. The pitch is in there for a strike as Shota throws a slow-moving breaking ball that floats into the zone. We're underway. 0-1 the count. Tatis, upright stance, very little bend at the knees. Open stance. Here's the 0-1. An awkward swing and a miss. Strike 2. CUBS Shota comes in with a record of 5-6, a 4.40 ERA in 16 starts. But I'm sure he looked at the flags just like you did, and he knows what's at stake tonight.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
He bounces one in the dirt, 1-2.
I would anticipate in today's ballgame the percentage of split fingers that he throws, if he has a feel for it, because that is one of those pitches. You got to have a good feel for it to be effective. But if he does, you're going to see a lot more splits than we normally do. But he's got to locate his fastball also. That's going to be very important. Keep it out of the middle of the plate.
The pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3. As Shota gets Tatis one away here in the first.
Well, just so we were talking about, a lot of split fingers. Think one fastball, the rest splits. Shota gets the punch out. Now that was a perfect split. Starts out in the zone, dives down and away from Tatis, and he gets the punch out.
Samad Taylor at the plate, right-handed batter. Imanaga delivers, and Taylor bunts this one foul. Back off the screen, 0-1.
Now, I think if I was a manager today, I might fine a guy that tried to bunt. I'm not messing with Taylor or anything, but I know that they're the visiting team. But when the wind's blowing out like this, anybody can reach the seats at any moment.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. A splitter from Imanaga. Taylor in the hole, 0-2. And with 2 strikes, Bregman and Bush, the corner infielders, back up. Wind blowing out at 15 miles per hour to straightaway center field. Here's the 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. As Imanaga gets Taylor with the splitter. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the ball game for Shota. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers.
Well, both of the strikeouts, the split finger, and, balls starting out in the zone and diving down. Very good pitches by Shota. First inning, powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated. Manny
Machado digs in, right-handed batter. Just 188 this season. Imanaga works his motion, and Machado looks at a fastball for a strike, 0-1. Machado still has the power numbers. He's gone deep 15 times, but the average below the Mendoza line.
Yeah, that's very odd to see. This guy was on a lead hitter for a very long time.
Machado a check swing at a fastball that misses, 1-1 the count.
But, everything is to the pull side. He's really trying to hook the ball and elevate it, and it can make you vulnerable. If your timing's not perfect, it can make you very vulnerable. And that's been the problem.
Machado swings and misses at a fastball. 1-2 the count.
Feel like a Bosch prediction brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. Feel like a Bosch. I've got a prediction today since we won yesterday.
Here's the 1-2. Fly ball hit to right. Near the corner, it's Conforto backing up. Makes the catch just short of the wall in the deep well for out number 3. Everything carrying in the air here tonight. We'll get your prediction on the other side. Middle 1, no score. Cubs and Padres on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk to start your day. Mully and Haw. Mornings, 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
Man, with these Bosch lasers, I can knock out the job.
You tell him, champ.
Who are you?
I'm your inner Bosch.
My inner...
Bosch, baby. I'm that feeling you get when you got a job on the ropes.
Like a window install?
One you're about to knock out with Bosch lasers.
Oh.
More like KO, am I right?
Was that a punchline?
Sure was, Laser Man.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a...
They call this one Bill.
Whoa, Aliens? Am I in a spaceship?
Affirmative, Bill.
What's with the laser saw?
An Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Xfinity Internet members, cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at XfinityMobile.com. Restrictions apply. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
Coom here. Baseball's been around a long time. Since the 1800s, when pitchers threw underhand. You know what's been around even longer? Yingling. Yingling started brewing in 1829. People were drinking a cold Yingling before baseball even existed. No box scores, no seventh-inning stretches, just great beer that stood the test of time for 197 years. So next time you're at a ballpark, grab a Yingling Traditional Lager, because just like baseball, legends stand the test of time. Yingling is proud to be the official beer of the Cubs radio network.
DG Yingling & Son, Potts, PA.
Hey, Cubs fans, make history with your business in the Village of Bedford Park. To learn more, contact Adam Colopy at ACOLLOPY at Village of Bedford Park.
5 this season with a 7+ ERA in 10 games. Here's the pitch, and PCA looks at a ball off the outside, a fastball that misses, 1-0. PCA on the year hitting at .278 with 17 home runs and 45 RBIs. The third baseman, Machado, playing in on the grass. The pitch. Outside again, 2-0, the count on Canning. He was used as the count on PCA. Canning was used as a bulk reliever in his last 2 outings. Last Tuesday against Atlanta, 4 earned runs in 2/3 of an inning. The kick and pitch. Crow Armstrong takes another ball. It's 3-0. That's a fastball that missed.
Yeah, that one just down. Canning's going to throw a lot of high fastballs. That last one missed the zone, just below the zone. Pete should get a couple good pitches to hit here this far ahead in the count.
PCA looks at a strike, another fastball from Canning. 3-1 the count.
This ball could go a long way. He's going to have to throw a ball in the zone, and it's probably going to be up in the zone. And Pete puts a charge into this one. This could be 1-0.
Wind blowing straight out at the moment at around 15 miles per hour. 3-1 the count with PCA at the plate. Canning works his motion and deals, and Crow Armstrong looks at ball 4, high and outside. Excellent start for the Cubs. Leadoff walk for PCA.
Well, you got to pick your poison. What do you want to do? Do you try to really pitch to the very edges of the strike zone, and then when you get behind, you got to make perfect pitches? I think on days like today, boy, walks and errors and things like that kill you. Putting extra guys on base, see if the Cubs can take advantage.
Alex Bregman digs in, throw to first. PCA gets back standing up.
So I got a Bosch prediction.
Go ahead.
All right. I know I'm going way out on a limb with that wind blowing the way it is, but I'm going to go with the safe bet. I think the Cubs are going to hit 2 home runs at least in this game.
Daredevil, the pitch.
I know.
Up high to Bregman, 1-0.
I said I'm way out on a limb with the wind blowing out like 25-mile-an-hour wind gusts, and it's at 15 constantly. Today's the day you want to go and take batting practice. That's the day they want to take a little BP.
Man, the ball was flying out of the yard.
I saw someone hit one out to center field. It's like the ball never came down.
Here's the 1-0. Bregman swings, line drive, base hit to left. Ball quickly fielded by Taylor to get it back to the infield and keep PCA at second base. But the Cubs in business to start this one here, the last of the first. Bregman the single, men at first and second, no one out. Michael Busch due up.
Bregman out in front, just a little bit of that cutter that he got, but he stayed back just long enough to where he put the barrel on and hit a bullet to left field. So now the Cubs 2 men, nobody out. Boy, you'd love to see Bushy just stay to the middle of the field, that left center, right center, and get one elevated.
2 on, no one out here in the first. Scoreless game. The pitch to Busch is low. That was a slow-moving knuckle curve that missed from Canning. He's 30 years old, 6'2", 180 pounds, and native of Mission Viejo, California. Played his college ball at UCLA, debuted in 2019 with the Angels. Last year, pitched with the Mets and pitched well before he ruptured his Achilles as Busch swings and misses out in front of a change. 1-1 the count. Canning went 7-3 with a 3.77 ERA in 16 games with the Mets last year, but in his first season in San Diego has not been able to recapture the form. The 1-1 is low, 2-1 on Busch.
Boy, he's working real hard to try to get the ball down. That's not his forte. But that is what he's trying to do. Everything, when you see all his hot zones of pitches that he throws, everything seems to be, all the hard stuff is up.
The pitch. Bush fouls it back. That one took a bite out of the catcher, Fermin. So the home plate umpire, Ryan Wills, calls time. Personally hands the ball to the pitcher, Canning, halfway between home plate and the mound. And speaking of the umpires, Wills calling the balls and strikes tonight. Jeremy Rayhack manning first. The crew chief, Dan Isonia, is at second, and Adam Beck is the third base umpire. The announcement of the umpire, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. We are ready for the resumption of play. Bottom one, no score. Cubs and Padres. Cubs threatening, men at first and second with no one out. 2-2, the count on Bush. Canning checks second. That's where PCA is. And now the pitch. Bush swings and fouls it out of play to the left of us. Second deck here at Wrigley Field, 2-2.
Pretty good pitch by Canning. That's the location he wanted, the up and in borderline strike. Bushy spoiled a very good pitch. Defensive alignment sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Learn more at FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Playing Bushy around a little bit towards left center and very deep, everybody in the outfield.
The 2-2 just misses outside, and the Padres are going to challenge.
Catcher's challenging the ball. Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
And it's a strike. Strike three. It clipped the outside edge right around knee high. Bush is retired. That was a backdoor slider, I believe, from Canning. And one away.
Canning made a couple good pitches in that at bat to Michael. The high fastball up and in. That Bushy spoiled, and then made another good pitch. Starts this ball out away and brings it back to the outside corner. Two good pitches by Canning to get Michael.
Cleanup man Seiya Suzuki at the plate as Canning bluffs a pickoff throw to second base where Crow Armstrong is. Bregman's at first. One down here in the bottom of the first. Cubs and Padres just underway. We're scoreless. The opener of a 3-game set. The pitch. Seiya looks at a ball high and outside. 1-0.
The one thing on a day like today, we were talking about walks and errors. And on the offensive side, the thing you don't want to have happen, you don't want to be making outs on the bases. With the wind blowing out, it's such a great day to hit. You don't want to just give away extra outs.
The pitch, a ground ball hit to third, fielded by Machado to second for one. Cronenworth to first. In time, double play. And that ends the inning. Cubs started the frame with men at first and second and no one out. They leave empty-handed. We head to the second. Cubs and Padres scoreless on The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Listen for the great Cubs guests all season long on 104.3 The Score, the official radio home of the Cubs.
The winning lineup for your home starts with the appliance experts at Grand Appliance. With top brands like Samsung, Grand Appliance can help your kitchen and laundry room perform like an all-star. And with fast delivery, professional installation, and of course, the lowest prices every day, Grand makes it easy to upgrade your home with the latest appliance innovations. Shop grandappliance.com or one of their 12 Chicagoland locations to learn more. That's Grand Appliance, Chicago's hometown appliance leader since 1930.
Your heart. You'd never think of purposely stopping it. I'm Tara, and when my team at Northwestern Memorial Hospital found a malformation in my brain, my cardiologist and neurosurgeon said the only way to save me was to stop my heart, which they did, 12 times.
Nationally ranked for neurology and neurosurgery by U.S. News and World Report, Tara's team collaborated to temporarily stop blood flow, allowing a catheter to reach her brain and permanently obliterate the malformation. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Chicago weather is relentless. The ice, the snow, the summer humidity. Your home's exterior can take a beating. What if your siding was made to stand strong through it all? Hardy Fiber Cement Siding is engineered for our climate. It resists cracking in the freezing cold and won't swell in the summer heat. You get the timeless beauty of wood with lasting protection and low maintenance. Your home deserves the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Learn more at jameshardy.com. That's That's JamesHardy.com.
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, professional installation, and of course, the lowest prices every day on top brands like Samsung. Visit GrandAppliance.com for full details.
Second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, official partner of the Cubs, bringing the California coast to you wherever you are, Zach.
Espo, thank you. Digging in to begin the second, Miguel Andujar, the Padres cleanup man, their designated hitter. Scoreless ball game. Here's the pitch by Shota Imanaga, and a slow-moving curveball that floats into the zone, 0-1.
Thought you were messing with Ziggy, and he just put you on timeout for a little bit.
Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Now, see, no one had any clue that Ziggy did not hit the button until you mentioned it on the air and called him out.
I didn't call him out. I called you out for messing with Ziggy.
There was no messing whatsoever. The pitch in the dirt, 1-2 the count on Andujar. See, what happens is if an engineer doesn't want you to go on the air, this is what it's.
Yeah. And then showed on the mound. He's taking a nice start to play-by-play.
Yeah, exactly. Then he turned the mic on, and we're underway. 1-2 the count. The pitch to Andujar is fouled out of play. Second deck off to the right. Count remains 1-2. Padres went down in order in the top of the first as Shota picked up 2 strikeouts. He works on the extreme third base side of the rubber. The kick and pitch, and a looper into shallow left, racing in Happ, and it drops in for a base hit. Bloop single for Miguel Andujar, a first Padres base runner. He leads off the second with a single.
Now, this one of those balls hangs up in the air quite a long time, but the outfielders, Ian, the Cubs' defensive alignment is so that it has changed through the years for most teams, and now the new thing for a lot of teams, especially because Cubs have a guy in the middle of the diamond that can really go get him. Ian plays way around to the pull side and deep.
Ty France at the plate and looks at a fastball up high, 1-0.
So it allows Pete, he covers a lot of ground in left center and right center for that matter. Mm-hmm. But then it also helps Ian down in the corner of getting balls that you may not get to.
And Andujar at first, no one out, 1-0 the count on France. The pitch. Line drive, hooked foul out of play off to the left. It did not have home run distance, 1-1 the count.
But the other thing about Wrigley Field that's so unique is the gaps are so short. So, you're not going to chase the ball down very far, if the ball's hitting the gap. But that ball hung in the air. It looked like it should have been caught, but from where Ian started, he really didn't have a chance at all.
The 1-1 is swung on and missed. Splitter from Imanaga. 1-2 now on France.
84-mile-an-hour split from Shota. Speed gun tonight, powered by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity. Imagine that.
Bush holding on Andujar at first. 1-2 the count on France. Lefty-righty matchup. Imanaga along set now fires to first, and diving back in safely is Andujar ahead of the tag by Bush.
That's pretty close. The other thing about the throw, too, which pitchers are starting to do more and more. Oh, they're going to challenge. Yeah, I thought this was really close. Counsey was waiting and he was pushing the limits of how long they were going to give him to possibly challenge. We have not seen a replay, but if they've long of a look at it in the Cubs video room, I bet he's going to be out at first base.
They're taking a second look. A second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. You've been able to get a second look, Coon.
Very close. This is one of those that if you got to get a look to see if I've not seen a look to where Michael Busch is tagged. Here we go. Oh, yeah, he's going to be out. He's out at first base. Great job by the guys in the video room for the Cubs. They took their time, pushed the limits of that 30 seconds, but he's going to be out at first base.
Yeah, the tag appeared to be applied on the backside of Andujar before he was able to get the hand back to the bag. So
that's a big out. You get outs like that in a day like today with the wind howling out, that's a big play. So that's a big thumbs up to the Cubs video guys that report back to the dugout to give them the thumbs up or down on the video, on the challenge.
Yeah, Brad Moylan, the main man.
Brad's smiling right now as soon as this comes out. You know that. Well, he smiles anyways, but
just want to make sure the replay center in New York sees it exactly the same way we do.
After review, the runner was tagged before the base. Call on the field is overturned. Runner is out. Chicago retains their challenge.
So you can smile. Go ahead, Brad.
Yeah, so now, Brad Moylan, you can smile down there in the replay room. Excellent challenge there by the Cubs. Mark that one down. Pickoff, 1-3, one away here in the top of the second, and Duhar erased from the bases. France at the plate with a 1-2 count. Right-handed batter, open stance, hits out of an extreme crouch and uses a toe tap. Imanaga along set, and here comes the 1-2. France swings and misses. The bat goes flying back of third in foul territory. 2 away.
That was an impressive bat toss. That's a split finger, and then once again, it's the split. France, big, strong guy, hits the ball a long way and can throw the bat a long way. Now, don't they have like that where you throw the
hammer toss?
Yeah, any of those. He'd win. He's a winner. Yes. I'm betting on him.
He's got a lot of strength, that Ty France.
That was a 150-foot bat toss.
Jackson Merrill fouls a fastball back from Imanaga. 0-1 the count. Third strikeout of the night for Imanaga. That was impressive because of the bat toss more than the excellent splitter. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Merrill, a left-handed hitter against the left-hander Imanaga. The 0-1 is low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cubs wearing their traditional home white uniforms with the blue pinstripes, the iconic Cubs logo on the front left part of the jersey, blue numerals and lettering on the back outlined in red, blue socks, blue caps with a red C on the front. Imanaga wearing blue and white shoes here tonight. He sets and deals. The 1-1. Breaking ball off the outside. 2-1 the count now on Merrill. Padres wearing dark brown jerseys with gold numerals and lettering. Sandstone pants. Dark brown batting helmets with an interlocking gold SD on the front. As Imanaga misses off the outside with a sweeper. 3.
Showed with a couple breaking balls here in this at bat to Merrill. Merrill's had his struggles here as of late with, the pitch away and mainly the breaking ball.
Yeah, Merrill hitting a .212 the pitch. A bouncing ball hit back of first, fielded by Busch, jogs to the bag in time, and Merrill's retired. That ends the top of the second. Middle 2, no score. Cubs and Padres on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Ian Happ. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Don't miss the toast of the game presented by Benny's Beverage Depot when we celebrate the game's greatest moments and players. Benny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Right now, for a limited time, lease the Hyundai Elantra for $179 a month or get $2,000 total savings. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end July 6th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
For 120 years, innovation has been at the heart of Sloan, and fans can experience it firsthand at Wrigley Field. From trusted restroom solutions to bottle fillers delivering clean drinking water, Sloan supports Cubs fans all season long. Learn more at sloan.com.
Welcome to Old National Bank. Is that a suit of bubble wrap?
Hi. Yeah, I'm all about protecting myself and my finances. I understand Old National takes protection seriously.
You bet. We protect you with advanced fraud monitoring and secure digital banking to protect you today, and dedicated personal bankers to protect your tomorrow.
I'm impressed.
So bubble wrap, huh?
Yeah, came with my couch.
Financial protection for today and tomorrow. Old National Bank. Just another reason to get old. Member FDIC.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Saturday, July 18th, the Cubs take on the Twins at 1:20 p.m. Up to the first 4,000 early arriving fans in the Budweiser bleachers will receive a Cubs National Hot Dog Day cap presented by Vienna Beef. Be sure to arrive early, Zach. Get your cap.
It's right up Coombs' alley, I believe, right?
Hot dog cap?
100%.
Broadcasting from the bleachers that day, right?
That would not be I would consider that.
Ian Happ at the plate to begin the bottom of the second inning. Hits one in the air down the left field line, giving Chase Taylor, but this one slices foul out of play.
Now, Zach, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll make you a concession. I'll eat the hot dog, you wear the hat.
Make me an offer. I mean, I'll wear the hat, but if you're taking pictures, which you ultimately would do, that's where the offer comes in. 0-1 the count on Happ. Griffin Canning deals, and Happ bounces one right back to Canning. He knocks it down, picks it up, throws to first in time to get Happ. One away here to begin the bottom of the second inning. Cubs and Padres are scoreless. The uniform descriptions we gave you earlier, sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field, the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. So Nico Hoerner will dig in. He got it going on the road trip. That was just completed. Hoerner hitting at .321 over his last 7 games. Canning delivers, and Nico looks at a cutter for a strike, 0-1.
Yeah, no surprise. Nico, used the middle of the field, the right center gap. He shot a couple balls on the right field line on the road trip. And to me, his stroke, just the natural swing for Nico Hoerner, I would guess from the time he was in Little League, he was good at using the right center gap.
Hoerner waits. The 0-1 is a called strike that time. Canning going with the two-seamer, 0-2. Right at the top of the zone along the inside edge.
Yeah, that's where Canning's going to. He would love to be able to pitch Nico and a lot of guys in that spot and stay there. It's just not an easy spot to hit.
The next pitch off the outside, 1-2, a changeup.
The guy who has incredible command of that pitch to the right-handers is Shota. It's pretty, when he's on, it's pretty amazing that he can hit that upper in corner of the strike zone. And because he can do that, it makes his splits so effective.
Nico swings, and it's a looper. Shallow right, racing in Tatis. He's there, makes the catch. About cap high off to his left. Hoerner's retired, 2 away.
Little wrinkle in that one. Might have been a little cutter, a little tight slider, but had a little wrinkle. And Nico, because of that, just a little out in front as the barrel starts coming up, even though he's trying to go the other way. Instead of that being a line drive to right, it kind of carried out to Tatis.
So here's Michael Conforto, left-handed batter against the right-hander Canning. High leg kick and pitch. And misses outside with a cutter, 1-0.
I would think this is going to be a very good matchup for Michael Conforto. He stays in the middle of the field. This could be a good day for him against Canning.
Here's the 1-0. Conforto dribbles it foul off to the left. With the defensive alignment that the Padres are using at the moment, there is no one defending the third base position. Machado, the third baseman, is playing on the dirt where a shortstop normally would, and the shortstop Bogarts is almost directly up the middle, just to the left of the second base bag.
So the infield playing around to pull, the outfield playing way around towards the opposite way. If you look at the center fielder, Morel, he's way around towards left center.
Conforto fouls it at the plate, 1-2. Just got a piece of a changeup.
Beautiful day here at Wrigley. It's a little steamy, a little warm, but a beautiful day. We got a packed house here at the Friendly Confines. Monday night, and the place is just packed. The neighborhood was packed when we were driving in today. I love coming back home when we come off the road and the appreciation of as early as you and I get to the ballpark, and it's just rocking. The neighborhood's going strong. It's just awesome to drive around here right before we get inside.
And Fordo looks at a fastball inside, 2-2 the count. It's an appreciation not just for the neighborhood, Wrigley Field, the Cubs. It's what the Cubs did on the road trip.
Yeah.
Going 6-1, 4-game sweep of the Mets, and then taking 2 of 3 from first base Milwaukee on the road. Here comes the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, as Canning gets Conforto with a slow-moving curveball. Cubs go down in order in the second. We head to the third. Scoreless game. Cubs and Padres on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. When you need a fighter, you need us. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, for the people. Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, dedicated to helping you move better so you can live better. Our team of highly trained professionals provides empathetic, timely, efficient, and highest quality care to our patients. From state-of-the-art imaging to convenient rehab locations, we're here for you. With 14 Ortho Access immediate care facilities, get same-day orthopedic treatment. Experience close-to-home care you deserve. Visit IBJI.com for locations and services.
Cubs fans, your donation can spark a second chance. On July 1st, stop by Gallagher Way outside Wrigley Field. Donate gently used clothing to the Salvation Army, adult rehabilitation centers, and thrift stores, and receive a Cubs pin. One per person while supplies last. Details at satrucksocial.org.
Choose Bradley University. Whether you're building robots, training on cutting-edge medical simulators, or diving into sports communication, Bradley prepares you. You'll cheer on D1 athletics, study abroad, and choose from over 200 student organizations. Plus, you'll benefit from competitive internships, community-focused research, and a top-tier education that provides a proven return on investments. Apply today at bradley.edu.
Southwest Airlines is the official airline of your Chicago Cubs, and you can bet your sweet Cubbies we fly to their away games. Hint, hint.
Scoreless game here heading into the third, and it's 91 degrees, wind blowing out of Wrigley Field. Time and temp sponsored by Circus Sports. Sports betting the way it should be with no bet fees. Zach.
Thank you very much. Espo Xander Bogaerts leads off the top of the third for San Diego. Right-handed batter against the left-hander Shota Imanaga. And now the pitch. Breaking ball off the outside. 1-0 the count. Guys, we've got to play the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Imanaga sets above the belt, peers in, acknowledges the sign from Amaya, works his motion and deals. That one just misses. A fastball from Shota. Apparently a little low along the outside edge. So 2-0 the count. The next pitch. High and outside, 3-0.
Could have tried to throw that little two-seamer, that running fastball. Runs away a little bit from the right-handed hitter. Tried to stay at the top of the zone, just missed.
The pitch. That's a called strike. Fastball from Imanaga to Bogaerts, 3-1.
That's a good pitch. 3-0. He paints the inside corner up about belt high.
Wind blowing straight out. The pitch. Bouncing ball hit on the right side. Horner has to range way to his left. Fields on the outfield grass. The throw offline. Bogaerts safe at first as the throw sailed and hit the brakes along the first base line in foul territory. Quickly retrieved by Amaya. So the leadoff man on base for San Diego in Bogaerts.
Now this is one of those weird plays, right? You have a right-handed hitter on at the plate. Nico playing up the middle. Michael Bush playing way off the bag. Michael took a jab step towards the ball and then was unsure and then went to the bag. that's one of those plays. You got to make a decision right away. If Michael had to do it over again, he probably went for the ball just because Nico had so far to go get it. But no matter what happened on that play, it's probably going to be a base hit with Bogaerts. That is a tough decision. I've been over there trying to, you're navigating your second baseman who has great range and trying to navigate how far do I go to get a ball? Is it going to be an easy play for him? And I just go to the bag. Bogaerts, he couldn't hit it any better to get a base hit as an infield hit on the right side.
Freddie Fermin at the plate. He looks at a couple of pitches up high, 2-0 the count. They've given Bogaerts a single on that play. Bush holding on Bogaerts at first. Corner playing up the middle just to the right of the second base back, so a huge hole on the right side of the infield for the right-handed hitting Fermin. 2-0 the count. Shota steps off the rubber, bluffs a throw to first.
Third inning is brought to you by Consumers Credit Union. People in your corner who stand up for you wherever you go. Consumers Credit Union.
Now the 2-0. That's a called strike. Breaking ball that floats into the zone, 2-1. So, yeah, we've got to play the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. I'll get the scoring started here and go with 40,000 is my guess. The 2-1. And a line drive to center. It drops in. Fielded on one hop by Pete Crow Armstrong. So back-to-back singles to begin the third by the Padres. The infield single by Bogaerts. And now the single up the middle by Fermin. It'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Jake Cronenworth.
Now Cronenworth just coming back from the injured list today for the first game after getting hit in the face.
Yeah.
Right? So that's
back in April.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where he was struggling at the plate before, but, we'll see how it goes. This guy's been a quality big league player for a long time. But a nasty injury put him on the injured list.
Corner infielders in with men at first and second, no one out. The pitch, Cronenworth bunts it back to the mound, fielded on a high hop by Imanaga. He whirls and throws to first in time to get Cronenworth, but a successful sacrifice bunt. 1-3. Bogaerts advances to third. For me, now at second.
Well, for Cronenworth, he's going to have the next at-bat be the one that's, the one that you stay in there and you're facing a guy. He does his job, though. He bunts this ball straight down into the ground, chops it down, gets a high chopping bunt, and then sacrifice complete. Now Shota's got to deal with Tatis.
Right-handed batter who struck out swinging his first time up. Starts him off with a splitter off the outside, 1-0.
Tatis this season with the 3 home runs, the success that he's having has been trying to use the other side of the field and hitting the ball that way. He's just not pulling the ball and getting it in the air much.
A 1-0 delivery. Tatis bounces one on the left side, fielded by Swanson, throws to third. And Bregman tags out a sliding Fermin who was trying to take third on the play. A run scores as Bogaerts crosses home plate, and safe at first is Tatis. 1-0 Padres here in the third.
Kind of an odd play. You give up the out if you're Fermin, and now you lose 90 feet. So that's not a good play for the Padres. As Fermin, thinking maybe Dansby would throw the ball home or just go to first. I'm not sure what he was thinking, but base running mistake. And that's the second out of the inning.
Now the batter, Samad Taylor. The pitch, line drive to left. It drops in for a base hit. Third hit of the inning for the Padres. Tatis stops at second base.
And now you wonder if that ball, if Fermin is at second, does he score on the base hit?
So that was a huge play to get Fermin out at third. Big base running mistake by the Padres.
Now this is the big at-bat for Shota. You got to make good pitches to Machado. He popped up to right, and the ball really carried after the ball went in the air. But Machado with 15 bombs, he's looking to go deep.
2 on, 2 away, 1-0 Padres here in the top of the third. The pitch is low. 1-0 the count, a splitter from Imanaga. Nice play by Amaya behind the plate to make sure that one didn't squirt by him.
I tell you, the wind's it's even picking up from where we were at the beginning of the ball game. Flags in center field blowing hard.
Imanaga, a long set. And now the 1-0. Tatis out in front, swings and misses at a splitter. 1-1 to count.
Back-to-back splits to Machado. That one was a good one. Machado way out in front.
Tatis at second, Taylor at first. 2 down, top 3, 1-0 Padres. Machado at the plate with a 1-1 count. Shota checks second, now checks first. He kicks and fires. And this one is fouled at the plate by Machado, 1-2.
Pitch guy took a bite out of Ryan Will's behind home plate. I think he got him in the mask. Machado walking around a little bit to give him a little time to shake the cobwebs out.
We are ready for the resumption of play. Men at first and second for the Padres with 2 down here in the top of the third. 1-2 the count. Imanaga delivers. Machado hits it on the ground, foul off to the left.
So something that's happening tonight, I didn't mention it the first couple innings because, to be honest with you, I'm trying to figure out exactly what it is, but Amaya behind home plate is giving the target to Imanaga, and he's setting the target up about chest high a lot of times to the hitter. And he's doing it again now. It's above his head is where the glove is. To give Imanaga, that's the aiming spot.
A broken bat, ground ball hit on the right side. Fielded by Imanaga. Shovel toss to first in time for out number 3. And that ends the top half of the third inning. Padres leave 2, score 1-0 San Diego as we head to the last of the third. On the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cup.
On 104.3 The Score.
Rev up the rewards at the pump with Club Sicko. Find exclusive ways to win big from sweepstakes to daily deals. Download the Club Sicko app. Savings good up to 30 gallons only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Hey, it's Pat Hughes here for North Shore Adult Diapers. In all seriousness, everyone knows someone worrying about control problems. And for many, the store brands don't get the job done. They leak. It's time to switch to North Shore, the MVP of adult diapers, so your loved ones can live with the freedom and dignity they deserve. North Shore will send out samples that stay dry 3 times longer than the store brands. That's North Shore Adult Diapers at northshore.com. And focus on life, not leaks.
Got big plans tonight? Make sure your post-game plan is locked in before last call comes around. Plan ahead and party on with a sober ride home at the end of the night.
Your ride is here.
Drive sober or get pulled over. It's not a game.
You're driving home after a long day and someone crashes into your car. That's wrong. You go to the store and slip on their wet floor. That's wrong. Think insurance companies want to help you? Wrong. Make the right move and call D&W, Chicago's injury law group. Call D&W Law Group day or night at 312-888-8888. They'll stand up to insurance companies, fight to make it right, and get you the settlement you deserve. Don't wait. Call the 8th, 312-888-8888.
When buying your next car, let Consumers Credit Union put you in the driver's seat with competitive rates and flexible terms. Join the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Miguel Amaya is on deck. Who's on deck? Sponsored by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Zach?
And Amaya digs in Espo to begin the bottom of the third inning. 1-0 San Diego. Padres scoring in the top half of the frame on a RBI via a fielder's choice by Fernando Tatis Jr. Griffin Canning deals and starts off Amaya with a slider for a strike, 0-1. We've got to continue playing the Binny's Beverage Depot attendance game. I made my guess earlier of 40,000. Whom we need your guess. Here's the 0-1. Amaya looks at the ball outside, 1-1 the count.
I will say 39,700.
Canning works his motion and deals. Maya takes ball 2 off the outside, a changeup. Espo?
I'm going to go with 38,500, Zach. And the maestro, Paul Zarang, comes in at 39,222.
So the guesses are in. Good luck, man. Here comes the 2-1 by Canning. Ball 3 low and outside, a cutter that missed.
Canning threw a good breaking ball the first pitch. Amaya was taking all the way and then went inside once and then has continued to try to throw that spinner right on the outside corner and has missed down and away twice. See if Amaya jumps on a good pitch to hit here.
The 3-1 is hit in the air, shallow right center, drifting back Cronenworth, the second baseman, and he makes the catch of the pop-up. 1 away.
Well, the one thing we're seeing with Cannon, he's very few fastballs in the zone to hit. It's like he's got what I'm guessing is a fairly confident pitch with the cutter that he's throwing. That little, whatever he calls that, it's just a little wrinkle. It's not a lot of break to it, but it's breaking late, and, it's been effective so far.
Dansby Swanson at the plate and looks at a fastball outside, 1-0. So Swanson got off to a mega start to the road trip. First 3 games in New York against the Mets, he hit 3 home runs and drove in 15 runs. But since then, he's hitless in his last 16 at-bats. Swanson waits for the 1-0. Canning works his motion and deals. And Swanson swings, and it's a high fly ball, deep left center field. But this is playable as the center fielder, Merrill, makes the catch, almost colliding with a crisscrossing Taylor. Maybe they couldn't hear with the loud crowd here at Wrigley Field.
Yeah, they're both going for this ball, and they're very fortunate that they didn't get to the spot where the ball was going to come down, a step earlier. That would have been a major collision.
Taylor crisscrossing behind Merrill, a center fielder who made the catch in left center. So 2 down here in the bottom of the third. 1-0 San Diego. The batter is Pete Crow Armstrong, who walked in the first. Righty-lefty matchup, the pitch. Outside, 1-0. Pete hitting at .278 with 17 home runs and 45 RBIs. The 1-0 delivery. Crow Armstrong takes ball 2 off the outside. A changeup.
Pete walked in his first at bat. Really didn't get a lot to hit. Well, we'll find out here if he gets 2-0 pitch to hit.
Machado playing in on the infield grass at third. Here's the 2-0. That's a strike fastball from Canning, 2-1.
I think Pete was expecting a wrinkle, and he got one right down the middle.
Canning works on the extreme first base side of the rubber. The kick and pitch. Line drive to right. It drops in for a base hit. Quickly fielded by Tatis to hold PCA to a single. Pete Crow Armstrong, patient at the plate, gets a base hit to right.
Yeah, and I think that's a great way to describe it, Zach. Patient at the plate. And I think patience for Pete as a young guy in this league. We saw him really good last year at times and then have his struggles. And not being patient. Right? I mean, that was the thing. And he swing. So I think what you're seeing now is him trying to figure out exactly where that balance is. And I think he's finding. He took the 2-0 pitch down the middle, but there's no panic in the next pitch. He lines in the right field. And I think we're watching him figure it out for himself on how aggressive am I going to be at home plate. And, the recognition of pitches has been much improved for him over the last 3 weeks to a month.
Alex Bregman looks at a slider up high. 1-0 the count. PCA being held on at first by France. The pitch is low. Check swing by Bregman. Did he go? No. On appeal, says Jeremy Rayhack at first. So 2-0 the count on Bregman, who singled in the first. What's your attitude on trying to steal on a day where the wind is whipping out the way it is today here at Wrigley?
I think you go ahead and do your normal stuff, but you just, you really, like I said earlier, you don't want to make outs on the bases.
Check swing. Doesn't matter. Called strike by the home plate umpire, Ryan Wills. Bregman will challenge this.
Ball strike challenge, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
He thought it was a slider low, and it was.
Challenge by Bregman. That ball missed just by a couple inches down, maybe 2 inches down. And Bregman with a long look down to third base. He gets a good pitch to hit here. Hammer.
3-0 the count. Crow Armstrong at first. Throw to first. PCA gets back standing up. 2 down here in the bottom of the third. San Diego a 1-0 lead over the Cubs.
on a day like today as a hitter, I would never want to give a pitcher a freebie and throw one right down the middle and just take it. Wind blowing out.
Bregman is swinging. He pops it up behind the plate. The catcher, Fermin, giving chase near the Cubs on deck circle, makes the catch along the third base line for out number 3 as Bregman pops out. PCA stranded at first. We head to the 4th. Padres 1, Cubs nothing. On the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Covering every Cubs game all season long, Rahimi Harrison Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
In baseball, it's all about keeping your eye on the ball. And at Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, it's about keeping things simple. No inflated prices, no games, just a relaxed, honest car buying experience. Get 0% for 48 months on a new 2026 Subaru Outback, plus a $750 welcome to summer rebate. Visit ZieglerSubaruKenosha.com today. Take the short drive north and discover why there's a lot to love at Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. 2083 for $1,000 financed with $0 down to qualified buyers with approved credit on select models. Expires 6/30/26.
Hey, Ron Coomer here. Selling your house doesn't have to be complicated. My friend Jeff and his veteran-led team simplify the whole process. No repairs, no clean-out, no months of waiting, just a fair offer, and you pick when you close.
Here's how it works. Give us a call and we'll visit your property and provide an offer and close on your schedule. Whether you're moving a parent or just going in a different direction, we make it simple.
Call them at 630-556-8892. That's 630-556-8892 or jeffbuysyourhouse.com.
Whether your AC stops working, you've got a clogged drain, or need an extra outlet installed, Four Seasons has you covered. They're available 24/7 for emergency service with no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays. And Four Seasons has over 30,000 five-star reviews on Google with an A+ BBB rating. For all your cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs, you know who to call.
For all the right reasons, call 866-4 Seasons.
When buying your next car, let Consumers Credit Union put you in the driver's seat with competitive rates and flexible terms. Join the people in your corner at myconsumers.org. Federally insured by NCUA.
Out of town scoreboard sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill up. Elsewhere in the Central Division tonight, the Pirates lead the Phillies 8-5 in the 7th, and the Brewers trail the Reds at home 1-0 in the 4th. Zach?
Thank you very much, Espo. 1-0 Padres here as we begin the top of the 4th at Wrigley Field. Miguel Andujar at the plate, the San Diego cleanup man, and he looks at a splitter up high from Shota Imanaga off the outside. 1-0 the count.
We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Andujar singled his first time up. The pitch, he fouls it back. 1-1 the count, and then Andujar was picked off at first by Imanaga. 1-1 strike. Ty France on deck to be followed by Jackson Merrill. Andujar, a right-handed batter, hitting at .252 on the year with 5 home runs. The pitch drilled deep down the left field line. This will get stuck in the ivy in straight left. A double for Andujar.
Yeah, this looks like, not quite sure what the pitch might have been, a split that just didn't do anything. It just stayed up. And Andujar, he smokes this ball down the left field line. And as you said, Z, the ivy, it's in full bloom now. It's really thick, and it just sticks about 3 feet up into the ivy down the left field line.
Yeah, just a straight line drive into the ivy, and it stayed there. So a double for Andujar. Ty France at the plate, no one out. Here in the top of the 4th, 1-0 Padres. The pitch. France looks at a ball high and outside, a fastball that missed from Imanaga, 1-0.
And we'll say the last split that he threw, that Andujar hit into the corner, that's the first split that I've seen showed a throw that didn't have a lot of action on it.
Imanaga, deliberate worker. Here's the pitch. And France takes a strike, a fastball, 1-1. Right at the top of the zone, near the inside edge. Andujar at second, no one out. 1-1 the count. The pitch to France is looped over the head of Horner. A base hit into center field, quickly fielded by Pete Crow Armstrong, who gets it back to the infield. Advancing to third on the play, Andujar And the Padres threatening, men at the corners, no one out here in the top of the fourth. And Jackson Merrill due up.
Yeah, this pitch, this is another one of those, I'm not quite sure if, Shota's getting a little sweaty or what it is, but that last split there, that one didn't do a lot either. That one just kind of came in, went down, but not biting down like the ones earlier in the ball game. And France didn't hit it all that hard, but just dumped it into center field.
So now men at the corners for San Diego. No one out, top of the fourth. Jackson Merrill, left-handed hitter at the plate against the left-hander Imanaga. 1-0 Padres. Here's the pitch. Merrill swings, pops it foul out of play off to the left. 0-1.
Corners playing in. Obviously, Bushy holding the runner on at first, and that's France. But Bregman playing in even with the grass at third. For Bushy, if you get the ground ball and the runner takes off from third Andujar, you can go home and try to cut down the run.
Now the pitch. That's in there for strike, a splitter from Imanaga, 0-2.
That one caught the outside corner, but it was up. It was above the waist, but it did catch the strike zone.
A lot of cloud cover at the moment above Wrigley Field with the wind whipping out. A long set by Shota. Now the 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three, as Merrill chased a sweeper. One away.
Good pitch selection there. I think Shota was having a little issue, or is, with the split, just all of a sudden getting it to bite and go down. So instead, what do? You go to the next pitch. You go to the breaking ball, and you spin one down in the zone. Perfect pitch to get strike three.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Now Xander Bogaerts digs in, right-handed batter. Men at the corners, one down for San Diego here in the top of the fourth. The pitch. Bogaerts swings and misses at a splitter. 0-1. A first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. 1-0 San Diego. Padres looking for more as Shota tries to work out of the jam. The 0-1. Bogaerts lines one down the left field line. This will drop fair and roll all the way to the corner. One run is in as Andujar scores, stopping at third base France and cruising into second base with a stand-up RBI double. Xander Bogaerts. It's now 2-0 Padres here in the fourth.
Now this ball's hooked by Bogaerts, and he thinks it's going to go foul. He doesn't run right away. He stands at home plate, and I think, the one thing the wind does when it's blowing out is it keeps the ball going down the lines fair. Now, I don't know how much it affected this one, but Bogaerts definitely did not think it was going to be fair. Then he had to take off running. He ends up with a double. And he was out in front of that ball, but just kept it in fair territory down the line.
Time called as Tommy Hotovy is out on the mound talking to Shota Imanaga along with interpreter Edwin Stanberry. The rest of the Cubs infield joins along. 2-0 Padres here in the top of the fourth with men at second and third. And while this meeting takes place, let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Talk Cubs on Rahimi, Harrison, Grody, middays 10 a.m. to 2 on 104.3 The Score. This is the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1, Chicago.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman in for Pat tonight. We're in the top of the fourth, the opener of a three-game set between the Cubs and Padres. San Diego with a 2-0 lead, and the Padres continue to threaten. Men at second and third with just one away. Freddie Fermin, right-handed hitting catcher at the plate. The left-hander Shota Imanaga kicks and fires and clips the outside edge of the zone for a strike with a fastball. 0-1.
Big at bat for Shota. 2 men in scoring position. You're down by 2.
Corner infielders are in for the Cubs. Here's the 0-1. Fermin swings and misses at a fastball. 0-2.
It's kind of the catch-22. He's made 2 really good pitches. First one, he got a little break on the call, up and away. That one, a good pitch. Fermin chases it up. You run the risk, right? The wind blowing out, you got to make sure you get this pitch elevated if you're going to throw it above the zone with this wind blowing out.
Men at second and third, one away. 0-2 the count on Fermin. Now the pitch. Fermin pops it up on the infield, right side. Bush dropping back wide of first, makes the catch. 2 away.
Can't throw it much better than that. That was, pretty good sequence of pitches for Shota. The first pitch away and eclipsed the corner, borderline. The next one, Fermin chases the high fastball. And then, Shota's forte is throwing that ball inside and up to the right-handed hitter on that corner. And he just pops up Fermin. Excellent sequence of pitches for Shota.
Now Jake Cronenworth at the plate. 2 down, men at second and third for San Diego. Bregman playing in wide of third. The pitch off the outside, 1-0. Cronenworth with a sacrifice bunt in the third. His first plate appearance since coming off the injured list. Missed nearly 2 months after getting hit in the face by a pitch back in April. The 1-0. Low and outside, 2-0 the count now on Cronenworth. France at third, Bogarts at second. 2 down. Imanaga works on the extreme third base side of the rubber. Lefty-lefty matchup. Now the 2-0. Cronenworth hits one on the ground, back of first, fielded by Bush. Underhand toss to Shota, covering first in time. Out number 3, so Imanaga limits the damage. One more run comes in for San Diego, but the Padres leave 2. 2-0 San Diego, middle 4 on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
Ask Benson Insurance Agency in Coal City if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Summer is the time for making memories, not appointments. That's why there's Great Clips. You can use convenient online check-in to get in for a great haircut for less whenever you have time. Plus, their skilled salon stylists save your haircut details in clip notes, so you can get the same cut next time, no matter who you see. So what are you waiting for? Get in, get out, and get back to enjoying summer with time-saving haircuts at Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Help Northern Illinois Food Bank strike out hunger this season. For over 40 years, we've been hitting home runs by providing our neighbors with nutritious meals that help them thrive. But we need you to step up to the plate. Together, we can make a great team with a shared purpose. Don't wait for the perfect pitch. Visit solvehungertoday.org to strike out hunger now. That's solvehungertoday.org. We're hungry for purpose. Are you?
Shop Grand Appliance for expert advice, fast delivery, professional installation, and of course, the lowest prices every day on top brands like Samsung. Visit grandappliance.com for full details.
Spiegel and Holmes talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score and the Odyssey app. Zach.
Espo, thank you so much. Bottom 4, San Diego 2, Cubs nothing. Michael Bush will lead things off. Left-handed batter against the right-handed pitching Griffin Canning, who works on the first base side of the rubber. Hands over the head, high leg kick and pitch. And Bush looks at a ball off the outside. 1-0, a slider that missed. Bush caught looking in the first. He's 0 for 1. Canning entered play 1-5 with a 7+ ERA in 10 games this season. The 1-0 delivery to Bush is swung on and missed. Another slider from Canning. 1-1 the count. Canning's 7.38 ERA, third worst in baseball among pitchers with at least 40 innings this season. The 1-1. Bush swings and misses. Out in front of a change. 1-2 the count on the Cubs' first baseman. San Diego not guarding the third base position with a left-handed hitting Bush at the plate. Machado playing where shortstop normally would. The shortstop Bogarts up the middle to the left of second. Merrill, the center fielder, playing Bush the other way toward left center. And now the 1-2. Bush hits one on the ground, wide of first, fielded by France. Toss to Canning, covering the bag in time. Bush retired, one away.
Well, so far, Canning, he came into this game, he had been struggling a little bit, but I'll say this, he's gotten away with a few pitches so far today. in a couple takes when the Cubs were ahead in the count that they just took pitches in the middle of the plate. Well, fine. But I'll say this, he's made some really good pitches when he's needed to get some outs so far here in this early part of the ballgame.
Seiya Suzuki at the plate and looks at a fastball for a strike, 0-1.
That last pitch, that's a good pitcher's pitch. A little comeback fastball to the outside corner right at the knees.
Seiya waits for the 0-1 delivery. Canning works his motion. Here it comes. And Suzuki looks at a ball low, a slider that missed, 1-1 the count. Seiya is one home run shy of 100 for his career. He's got 12 bombs this season, grounded into a double play in the first, 0 for 1 in this one. The batting average at .261. Canning deals the 1-1 delivery. Seiya hits a high fly ball. Deep left, drifting back, Taylor at the wall, and this one bangs off the wall. Taylor had difficulty finding it, and Suzuki ends up at second base with a double.
This ball's hit really high in the air. This has got to be an out. It's hit a mile in the air, and Taylor drifts, and that's the one thing you can't do when the wind is blowing like this. You can't drift on the ball. You got to go back, and then you can come in, but you can't keep drifting back on the ball, and he just keeps drifting, and it hits halfway up the ivy. This is a very catchable ball. Cubs will take it. Leadoff double one-out double for Suzuki.
So Seiya at second base with one away here in the bottom of the fourth. And the batter is Ian Happ. The pitch. Happ looks at a ball off the outside, 1-0.
If you have not played a lot of ball games here at Wrigley Field, the outfielders know the ivy is not something you want to go crashing into.
Happ fouls it out of play off to the left second deck, 1-1.
And I think we've all talked about it when some of our broadcast partners across the way, they'll say, they understand because they've been coming here for a long time. And that play there is one of those that, the ivy and the brick behind it might have influenced that play.
Happ waits for the 1-1. Here it comes. He swings and misses. A cutter from Canning, 1-2. Doubles by Cubs batters, sponsored by Southwest Airlines. Reliable, comfortable, convenient. Southwest just makes sense. Suzuki at second with one away here in the bottom of the fourth. San Diego up 2-0. Happ waits. The 1-2 is fouled back off the screen.
A good hack at that last fastball inside. Boy, if he'd have squared that ball up, that's going to go out of here. The ball Suzuki hit probably on a normal day ends up about 15 feet short of the track and left. It ended up missing the basket for a home run by half a foot.
That kind of night here at the friendly confines. 1-2 the count. Happ waits. Here's the pitch. Low and inside. Slider that missed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Happ bounced out to the pitchers. First time up, 0 for 1 on the evening. Switch hitter batting from the left side against the right-hander Canning. Suzuki at second base, 1 down here in the bottom of the fourth. The pitch. Happ lines one to right center, ranging over Tatis. He makes the catch. Suzuki has to stay at second base, 2 away.
Little off-speed pitch, and Happer goes out and around this ball and gets the barrel on it, hits the line drive, but hits it right at Tatis. Cubs need a big swing in the bat. Nico hit a fly ball to right. He was a little out in front of a slider and popped it up to Tatis. Wouldn't surprise me if Nico just tries to let this ball carry just a little bit deeper in this at bat. Maybe you can drive one to right center.
There's a meeting on the mound between the catcher Fermin and the starter Canning, and now the home plate umpire Ryan Wills walking to the mound to break up the meeting. He wants to get the game moving along. 2 down here in the bottom of the fourth. Padres up 2-0. Seiya Suzuki at second base. And Nico Horner will dig in for the Cubs. As Koo mentioned, flied out to right his first time up. Nico on the year hitting at .242, coming off that road trip where he hit better than .300 over the 7 games, including 2 hits in yesterday's victory in Milwaukee. Canning checks second. That's where Seiya is. A long set. Now the pitch. And it hits Horner. It's a breaking ball.
Yeah, that pitch up and into Nico. He just turns and it catches him right in the middle of the back. It was a curveball. And actually it got him right in the arm guard. I thought it hit him in the back. Didn't you think it got him in the back? It hit him in that
elbow
tricep guard and knocked the guard right off. But if you're going to get hit, getting hit in the guard that you put on, that's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, with a 79 per hour knuckle curve.
Here's where the Cubs need a big swing. Conforto punched out in his last AB. He should get some good rips here.
He looks at a ball off the outside, a knuckle curve that misses from the right-hander Canning. 1-0 the count. Cubs have the tying runs on base. Padres up 2-0 here with 2 on, 2 away in the bottom of the fourth. Conforto at the plate with a 1-0 count. Wind blowing straight out. The pitch. Tap foul at the plate. 1-1. A changeup from Canning.
It's like everybody, in the Cubs line, they all know that, the obvious with the conditions, and everybody a little quick trying to hook the ball a little bit. Eyes might be coming off just a touch as you're getting to the contact area, and it's very common when you get conditions like this. Everybody's trying to get that swing where you just hook it a little bit and get it elevated.
2 on, 2 away. The 1-1. Conforto lines one for a base hit in the right center field. Around third, coming home, Suzuki. Throw goes to second. Cubs on the board. RBI single, Michael Conforto. It's now 2-1. Horner stops at second.
And nothing wrong with that last swing. That's a line drive bullet right over Cronenworth's head at second. Conforto lets that ball get to him just a little bit farther. And it's an inside fastball, and he whistles this ball into right center. Cubs get on the board with a run here in the fourth.
So the tying run, Horner at second base. Now time called. Padres pitching coach Ruben Niebla makes the slow walk out to the mound. And the rest of the Padres infield will join in.
I've got some guests here in the booth. Tim Martin and his family, one of my buddies from Lockport, who was an all-state swimmer at Lockport. We'd go to the pool. Couldn't compete with him. No, that wasn't good. Yeah. Boomdog going down to the bottom.
Yeah.
That was good. Uh-huh.
But Tim, he made up for it on the baseball diamond, didn't he?
Maybe a little, but
yeah,
that's
it. Love how you stay tight with all your friends from your hometown of Lockport back in the day.
We really do. We got a very good, it was a very good group of guys and girls that we had over a 3 or 4 year period, and we've all stayed pretty close and good friends.
All right, 2-1 Padres, 2 on, 2 away for the Cubs here in the bottom of the fourth. Miguel Amaya at the plate, and he looks at a slider on the inside edge for a strike. 0-1. Righty-righty matchup. Amaya popped out his first time up. Canning checks second. That's where Nico is. Now the pitch. Off the outside. A knuckle curve that misses. 1 ball, 1 strike to count on Amaya. Horner at second base. Conforto at first. 2 down, bottom 4. Amaya at the plate with a 1-1 count. Padres with the lead, 2-1. And the pitch. Swing and a miss by Amaya. And a changeup. It was low and outside, 1-2.
It seemed like he got stuck there a little bit, where he lost his momentum. With that load, you get loaded, and then sometimes you can kind of lose your rhythm movement as a hitter. Pitchers do that, when they're trying to hold this ball for the pitch count, too. You can get stuck there as a hitter.
Here comes the 1-2. Off the outside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. It was one of those sweepers by Canning.
I always think I've only seen one guy in my time in the big leagues, which is 32 years now, that could hit from a still position.
The 2-2. Amaya lunges and fouls it off to the right.
33 years. One guy in all this time that's been able to hit from a still position and have success. And that was Paul Molly. And Molly was better than everybody else, so he could do it.
That's why he's in Cooperstown.
That's exactly right.
2 on, 2 away. 2-1 Padres. 2-2 the count on Miguel Amaya here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Now the pitcher Canning steps off the rubber. Now we're ready for the resumption of play. Amaya waits. Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Chased a slider off the outside. Cubs score 1 but leave 2. We head to the 5th. San Diego 2, Cubs 1. On the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Mully and Hum, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart.
.com. Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
So the wind is blowing straight out here at Wrigley Field tonight at 15 miles per hour. It's nearly 90 degrees. Just a steamy evening at the friendly confines. We sort of have a pitcher's duel. 2-1 Padres as we get set for the top of the 5th. Shota Imanaga on the mound and Fernando Tatis Jr. at the plate. Time briefly called by the home plate umpire Ryan Wills. Wanted to dust off the dish. And now it's sparkling white. Imanaga delivers. The pitch to Tatis is in there for a strike. Sinking fastball 0-1. But are you surprised? I mean, knowing the conditions tonight here at Wrigley Field, that we kind of have a pitcher's duel here in the early going.
Yep, I am actually.
Imanaga along set. Here's the 0-1. High and tight to Tatis with a fastball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
To be honest with you, I'm happy that this situation is like that for the Cubs, because for Shota, who's a fly ball pitcher, this is not the easiest situation for him to be in on the mound with the wind howling out.
That pitch misses, a splitter low, 2-1.
The thing that I like about it is Shota, as he progresses here pitching for the Cubs, he's had more probably outings this year with the wind blowing out than maybe any other starter on the Cubs rotation.
Imanaga misses low again with a splitter, 3-1.
And I think what we're seeing is maybe a combination of, swings from San Diego, but him understanding what it's going to take for him to pitch in these kind of conditions.
Now the 3-1 delivery. That's a strike. Imanaga with a slow-moving curveball that floated into the zone. It's a full count.
I believe that's the first curveball he has thrown in the ballgame.
He's right at the bottom of the zone on the inner half. Full count. The payoff pitch. Tatis accidentally chops one foul at the plate with a check swing. Count remains 3-2. Tatis 0 for 2 tonight. Did drive in the Padres' first run on a fielder's choice. Xander Bogaerts with a ribby double. The 3-2. Tatis fouls it back.
Another splitter from Shota. He has thrown a bunch of them today, and he's only, looked like to me, he lost a little command of it last inning, just a little bit. He's got it back this inning.
A long set, the 3-2 delivery. Tatis fouls it again at the plate. Good battle going on here between Imanaga and Tatis.
This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat for Tatis.
Shota sets above the belt, peers in, works his motion and deals, and a ground ball hit wide of third, fielded by Bregman on a low hop, throw across in time to get Tatis, one away.
When you just look at the ball game, a big league game, there's some plays that big league players are just really good, and you just don't understand how good guys are and how much work goes into being really a good player and making difficult plays look easy. That play, Bregman coming in on that last hop and getting it on a short hop, is a really good play and using your feet, and he made it look really easy. It was not.
Samad Taylor looks at a ball up high from Imanaga. 1-0.
You know, we see all the work that the infielders do early in the day, you know, well before people are here in the ballpark. And all that work, you see it on some of those plays like we just saw from Bregman.
Taylor takes strike 2, fastball, top of the zone on the outside edge. 1-1 the count. Did I say strike 2? I meant strike 1. You know what I mean. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. That's inside. 2-1 the count.
We're here for 3 hours, buddy. You can correct yourself. It's okay.
Yeah, it's a live broadcast. We're going to have some mistakes. If you just talk to a buddy for 3 hours in the stands, you're going to make some mistakes while speaking. It's a natural thing, right?
Sure.
Yeah, sort of. Wind blowing out. Sun beginning to set here at Wrigley Field. Here's the pitch. And a ground ball hit to third. Fielded right next to the bag by Bregman. Sidearm throw across in time to get the speedy Taylor 2 away.
Taylor must not have heard me. Bregman made a really good play, and he just hit it right to him. Told you. Bregman, this is a much easier play, even though it's a backhand play than the one before. But Bregman, solid defender at third base.
By the way, the first out, sponsored by Xfinity, reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. So 2 down, top 5. Padres up 2-1. Manny Machado at the plate. Imanaga delivers. Low and inside. He missed with a splitter, 1-0.
Coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs.
Machado now 33 years old. 7-time All-Star. Imanaga works his motion. And that one misses. Close pitch.
Yeah, I'd like to see that one. Yeah, well, maybe down, yeah. Good job by Amaya not challenging. This pitch did just miss down by about quarter of the width of the baseball.
And it was a sinker from Imanaga. 2-0 the count. The next pitch is a called strike. That fastball in the zone, 2-1.
2-0 pitch to Machado. He was taking all the way and showed a split the plate.
Imanaga peers in, acknowledges the sign from Amaya, straightens up. High leg kick and pitch. Called strike. Fastball on the inside edge, and Machado's going to challenge this.
Batters challenging the pitch.
Ball strike challenge, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. This fastball inside, see where it ends up.
And it's a strike. Flip the inside edge, just above the knees.
I don't know if it I don't know if it could be any closer. You think?
It could not be.
It's unbelievable.
But it is a strike.
Yeah, strike.
So 2-2 the count. The pitch. Bouncing ball hit to third. Fielded wide of the bag by Bregman. Throw across in time. 5-3, 5-3, 5-3.
They weren't listening.
Middle 5. San Diego, the 2-1 lead over the Cubs. On the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Nico Horner. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
They call this one Bill.
Whoa, aliens? Am I in a spaceship?
Affirmative, Bill.
What's with the laser saw?
Relax. We are cutting our bill in half.
What?
An Xfinity mobile transmission says you can cut your bill in half.
Oh, your mobile bill, not me, Bill.
Ah. Xfinity Mobile also says we can try it free for a year. Free.
Yes, with no commitment. Can we put the saw away?
I am reluctant. But we will find another being to bisect.
That's not sci-fi. It's Xfinity Mobile. Xfinity Internet members cut your mobile bill in half. Plus, try Xfinity Mobile free for a year. No commitment. Learn more at XfinityMobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings compares one line of Xfinity Mobile Select to comparable plans from T-Mobile, Verizon, and AT&T as of 3/24/26. Taxes, fees, extra. $30 monthly discount limited to new mobile customers only. After 12 months, regular rates apply.
Hey, Chicago, Coom here. Stats don't lie. Want MVP numbers and light beer? That's Flight by Yuengling. 2.6 carbs, 95 calories, crisp, refreshing. That's elite efficiency. Other beers, padding stats with extra carbs and no flavor. Care about your beer stats? The choice is obvious. Flight is dominating. Numbers don't lie, Chicago. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer. DG Yingling & Son, Pottsville, PA. Enjoy responsibly.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
On Monday, July 20th, to celebrate Greek heritage. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs Greek heritage jersey. Don't miss out on this offer. Zach.
Thank you very much, Espo. 2-1 San Diego as we get set for the bottom of the fifth inning here at Wrigley Field, the opener of a three-game set between the Cubs and Padres. Then an off day Thursday, and St. Louis comes to town for the three-game weekend set on this holiday weekend. Dansby Swanson digs in. Flat out to center his first time up. Griffin Canning delivers, and Swanson looks at a slider off the outside, 1-0. Michael Conforto with an RBI single to put the Cubs on the board in the fourth. Canning, the windup and pitch. Low and outside.
Canning's made some good pitches inside on occasion, but he's made his day so far with that, little cutter slider, tight little breaking ball away to the right-handed hitters.
Here's the pitch. Swanson lines one into the power alley in right center field. It drops in and will roll all the way to the wall. Swanson on his way to second base. He'll stop there with a stand-up double.
There's all that work in the cage coming to fruition here in a ball game. That's fastball up. Not the wrinkle, doesn't have the break to it, not the little slider, four-seamer, belt high, and Dansby not trying to pull this ball, gets in the key, gets on top of this ball and just hammers this ball into right center. Tatis tried to cut it off in the air, couldn't get to it. Great start here in the fifth for the Cubs.
Yeah, Swanson was hitless in his previous 17 at-bats. Now he's at second. Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate and looks at a slider off the outside, 1-0 the count. Swanson the tying run at second base. 2-1 Padres. No one out here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Crow Armstrong has walked and singled tonight. The pitch. PCA hits one in the air down the left field line, slicing foul out of play. It did not have home run distance. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I like that Pete let that ball carry, though. It carried a little deeper. You love hitting the ball out in front of home plate because that's where all the power is and where you really can drive the baseball. But if you're trying to work out there, well, your timing has to be perfect.
The next pitch is swung on and missed. A cutter by Canning. 1-2 now on Crow Armstrong.
Day like today, you don't have to pull the ball. You just got to get it elevated somewhat between just about anywhere, actually. The ball the first inning, that Machado hit down the right field line was a routine fly ball that ended up 2 feet from the ivy.
Swanson at second, no one out here in the last of the fifth. 2-1 Padres. The 1-2. Crow Armstrong hits one in the air. Shallow left. It's a pop-up that's caught by Bogarts, the shortstop, who drops back. And PCA is retired, 1 away.
See if Bregman can do a little damage here. He singled in his first AB, hit a bullet one hopper to the left fielder Taylor.
Bregman 1 for 2. Wind blowing out. 1 down, bottom 5. The tying run, Swanson at second. The pitch. Bregman looks at a ball low and outside. Sinking fastball. 1-0. Righty-righty matchup with Canning on the mound. A long set, a check of second. Now the pitch. Up high, and the Padres are going to challenge this.
Catcher's challenging the ball. Ball strike challenge, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
And it was up high, a ball, meaning San Diego has now lost all of its challenges for the rest of regulation.
Couple close pitches, but they've both went the Cubs' way.
So 2-0 the count with Bregman in the box. Swanson at second, 1 down, bottom 5. Cubs trail by 1. The pitch, way outside, 3-0.
That last pitch not close is a changeup. from Canning, and he just pulled that ball way across the zone. See, now this is another one of them 3-0s. Bregman popped up the last one. If he throws him down the middle, I'd be swinging.
Well, 3-0 off the outside, ball 4. So Bregman draws a walk. Now the Cubs have men at first and second with just one away, and Michael Busch due up.
I think Bregman was going to swing. He just, the pitch was not a strike. It was off the plate away. And I think we're going to get a pitching change here for San Diego.
Yeah, that'll be all for Griffin Canning as manager Craig Stammen makes the slow walk out to the mound. And now asks for the baseball, gets it from his right-hander. All opponent pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at Sloan.com. Cubs threatening, men at first and second with just one down here in the bottom of the fifth. Padres up 2-1 on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Craig Counsell. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
This is Modelo Especial, a full-flavored golden lager with a crisp, refreshing taste from start to finish. Brewed with time, effort, and determination to get the balance just right. Because when a beer is made right, you can feel it. Modelo Especial, the model for everyday beer. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Chicago sports fans, it's Ron Coomer. Summer baseball is in full swing, and it's the perfect time to enjoy your outdoor space. TimberTech decking is engineered with advanced innovation and resilient design to stand up to sun, rain, and years of gathering. You get the beauty of wood without sanding, staining, or splinters. Order free samples or connect with a contractor near you at TimberTech.com. TimberTech.com. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Hey fans, why does flying Southwest Airlines from Chicago just make sense? Reliable, flexible, enjoyable. We're full of ibbles and obbles and proud of it.
Wrigley with 2-minute ending. Swanson on second after a double last double by Cubs batter. Southwest Airlines reliable, flexible, convenient. Southwest just makes it second.
Thank you very much, Espo. Swanson at second base, Bregman at first, one away. Here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Padres 2, Cubs 1. The new man on the mound is left-hander Kyle Hart, an ERA of 4.15, 19 appearances this season. Michael Busch digs in. Now Busch calls time before the first pitch is thrown. Steps out of the box and digs back in. Men at first and second. Cubs down by 1 with just one away here in the bottom of the fifth inning. Hart's ready. A long set. And now the pitch. Low and outside with a slider, 1-0.
Now this being at bat for Michael, you know, if he can dial in on, you're probably going to get, let's say you get 5 pitches in the at bat, you're probably going to get at least 3 breaking balls away. He's already seen 1. I'd love to see him dial in the left center field or straightaway center with this breaking ball.
The 1-0. Is low and outside again. Another slider that missed. 2-0 the count on Busch.
One thing about hitting in this kind of condition here at Wrigley, you do not have to pull the baseball. You can go straight away and just try to stay to the middle of the field and let the pitch dictate, and the ball can go a long, long way.
Hart kicks and fires and misses way outside with a fastball. 3-0 now on Busch.
Last 2 pitches, Hart has looked at the landing spot and just doesn't seem like he's comfortable. And now it's the sweat, too. It's not an easy day to play, folks. It's, been right around 90 degrees the whole game. And I would think it'd be tough for the pitcher sometimes to get a grip on a baseball.
Men at first and second, 1 down. 3-0 the count. Pickoff play at second. There was no one near second base for San Diego. Swanson dove back in safely. Bogaerts was the closest man to the area. He was playing way behind the bag on the shortstop side.
Swanson talking to Bogaerts going, what do we got going here, man? You just threw it right over my head.
All right, so 3-0 the count, minute first and second, one down. Cubs down by one. The pitch. Bush looks at ball 4, a fastball that missed. And now the Cubs have the bases loaded. The pitch was low, right down the middle.
Well, now this is a good matchup for the Cubs. You have the bases loaded. One out, lefty on the bump, Hart. Seiya has been hot, had a very good series in the last series with a couple bombs in that series. This would be a good time for another one.
One away, bases loaded for Seiya Suzuki. Hart delivers. And Suzuki looks at a sweeper that floats into the zone for a strike. 0-1.
Seiya in yesterday's ball game in the 10th drove in 2 in the 10th inning with a line drive bullet to left.
Suzuki doubled his last time up, off the wall in left center. Here's the 0-1. And a high fly ball hit to center field. Now right center, Merrill can't find it, and now he does it the last second, makes the catch nearly on his knees. Tagging and coming home is Swanson, and the Cubs have tied up the ball game. Nothing routine about that sacrifice fly from Seiya Suzuki, but it's a brand new game. 2-2 Cubs and Padres here in the 5th.
Boy, this ball's hit up in the air, and I knew, sometimes guys will try to deke the opposing team. Merrill was not under this baseball. He was a couple feet to the right field side of it, and then saw it as it came down back into the lights, and then kind of dives at this ball. Very fortunate to make that catch.
Brand new game, 2-2 Cubs and Padres, 2 away here in the 5th. Men at first and second, Ian Happ at the plate. The pitch. Off the outside, 1-0. Bregman at second base, Bush at first. Happ, a switch hitter, now batting from the right side against the left-hander Kyle Hart. Crowd making noise here at Wrigley Field. The 1-0. Happ looks at ball 2, low and inside, a splitter that missed. Walks of Cubs batters, sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Reminder, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. Cubs have drawn 2 walks here in this 5th inning. 2-2 game, and looking for more. The 2-0 is low. 3-0 the count now with Happ at the plate.
Hart has been behind everybody in these at-bats since entering the ball game.
Happ's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a fly out. Now the 3-0. Happ taking all the way. Fastball for a strike, 3-1.
Ian thought that pitch was down, right down the middle. And it was a little bit down.
Bregman at second, Bush at first. Happ at the plate, 2 away, 3-1 the count. Here in the 5th. 2-2 game. Hart delivers. And Happ takes strike 2, a splitter. So it's a full count. The pitch was right along the outside edge in the upper half of the zone.
It looked like a breaking ball. I think they got that one wrong on the scoreboard. I think that was a little backdoor hook that he just kind of spun one in the zone.
So it's a full count. Happ waits for the payoff pitch. Hart checks second, works his motion, and deals. Called strike 3. Happ's going to challenge this.
Ian definitely thinks this pitch is up and away. Ball strike challenge, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
And it just clipped the top of the zone on the outside edge, Kuhn, for strike 3. And that ends the bottom half of the 5th inning. Cubs tie up the game but leave 2. We head to inning number 6. 2-2 game. Cubs and Padres on the Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Cubs fans. Southwest Airlines here with more reasons why flying Southwest from Chicago just makes sense. We're famously friendly, nonstops out the wazoo, and so reliable. In fact, the Wall Street Journal ranked us #1, first among U.S. airlines. I guess the answer to who's on first is Southwest Airlines, official airline of your Chicago Cubs. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings, see southwest.com/WSJ.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Heart surgery is no one's dream of retirement. I'm Beverly, and that's what I was facing when my cardiology team at Northwestern Medicine identified a diseased valve in my heart. But thanks to Dr. Gang and Dr. Ahmad's expertise, I didn't have to have open heart surgery.
With access to the top heart and vascular program in Illinois by U.S. News & World Report, Beverly's team at Central DuPage Hospital replaced her diseased aortic valve using a tiny catheter, and she was back on her feet in just a few days. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
Cubs fans, it's Pat Hughes. If your business needs lots of water, the Village of Bedford Park offers a safe and reliable Lake Michigan water supply. Visit villageofbedfordpark.com.
Field this day in baseball history brought to you by villageofbedfordpark.com. It's time to make history for your business in Bedford Park.
Can't wait to hear what Espo's got in store. Miguel Andujar leads off the top of the sixth by lining the first pitch from Shota Imanaga for a base hit to center field. 2-2 ball game, Cubs and Padres. Andujar now with 3 hits this evening. Espo?
In 1969, Zach, Billy Williams Day right here at Wrigley Field. The Cubs outfielder passed Stan Musial's National League record for consecutive games played, 896 on this date in 1969.
The Whistler. Ty France digs in, right-handed batter with a man at first and no one out here in the top of the 6th inning. 2-2 ball game. Imanaga a long set. He kicks and fires. France pulls one on the ground and into left field past Bregman and Swanson on the left side. So back-to-back hits to begin the 6th inning for the Padres. A single by Andujar, followed by a single by France.
Yeah, this pitch from Shota, it's a 4-seamer. It looked like a 2-seamer now that I see it in my monitor, but it ends up knee-high going away from France, but he was right on it. Hooked this ball in the left. Now Shota needs something good to happen here. He'd love to get a ground ball, maybe a one-hopper or two. To Horner at second for a double play.
Jackson Merrill with good speed at the plate. Left-handed batter. Bregman.
Horner's in.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I do not think Merrill would be bunting here, but that could be the case.
Let's see what happens here. Imanaga bluffs a throw to second base. That's where Andujar is. France at first.
Well, they do that to try to see if Merrill will show bunt and give up what he's doing. He did not show bunt there.
The corner infielders remain in for the Cubs. A long set. Now the pitch. Merrill shows bunt and missed it. There's a sweeper from Imanaga low. 0-1 the count.
You can go weeks, even months in Major League Baseball without seeing a sacrifice bunt. We've seen one already today, and that was the second attempt in the same ballgame. Right?
Yep.
Cronenworth
had one earlier.
Last time, we haven't seen many.
Small ball with the flags blowing out. The pitch is up high. Merrill was not showing bunt there. 1-1 the count.
Merrill's got some pop in his bat, but, when you're hitting 211, and you're left on left, you're trying to just create opportunities, get runners in scoring position.
Men at first and second, no one out for San Diego. The 1-1, Merrill swings, and it's a high fly ball, routine to left. Haps under it, angling toward the line, makes the catch. The runners stay where they are at first and second. One away. The first out is sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that.
Good pitch by Imanaga. And, the one thing I know today for the Cubs is Craig Counsell would love to see Shota pitches, as deep as he can go in a ballgame. If he's effective, he'd love to keep him in there. Shota's at 83 pitches in the game. Cubs had, a tough road trip as far as just scheduling, rainouts, double headers, extra innings.
Xander Bogaerts taps one foul at the plate, 0-1.
So with yesterday's ball game being a bullpen game, and a 10-inning game. The bullpen is a little on the thin side, I would believe, tonight.
Right-hander Gavin Hollowell has started warming up. He was just called up with Ethan Roberts being placed on the injured list with forearm inflammation. Imanaga deals. That pitch misses outside. 1-1 now on Bogaerts. Cubs also placed Matt Shaw on the injured list with a left hamstring. And Kevin Alcantara has been called up. Remember, he left yesterday's ball game in Milwaukee with a wrist issue. Bouncing ball, comebacker, fielded backhand style by Imanaga. The flip to first in time to get Bogaerts 2 away. The runners advance, and Duhar now at third, and France at second.
Good pitch by Shota. It's a split, and it's away. It might not be all that down. It's a little above the knees, but great change of speed to get Bogaerts as he's way out front and just hits a little one-hop chopper to the first base side of the mound. Second out of the inning.
All right, so let's see if Imanaga can work out of the jam here and keep the game tied at 2. 2 down. Men at second and third for San Diego here in the top of the 6th. Freddie Fermin at the plate, right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. It's a called strike. Sweeper that floats into the zone from Imanaga. 0-1.
He wanted to challenge that pitch, but they don't have any more challenges. You know why? He called the challenges, and they were wrong.
Yeah, one by him, one by Machado when he was at the plate. Fermin is the Padres catcher. Here's the 0-1. Up high. 1 ball, 1 strike. We're in the twilight hour here at Wrigley Field. The lights having more and more of an effect. Wind blowing straight out. Temperature probably in the high 80s as we speak. Men at second and third with 2 away. Imanaga is ready. The kick and pitch. Fermin swings and hits one in the air. Down the right field line, slicing foul out of play. It did not have home run distance. 1-2.
Good pitch by Shota right in on the hands of Fermin. Fermin tardy on that pitch, and all the hitters have in the back of their mind that split finger. Shota, if he throws a good fastball inside, he usually busts him in the knuckles with that heater.
Let's see what happens here. 1-2 the count. Imanaga delivers. Popped up. Shallow right. Foul territory. Bush near the tarp. Makes the catch. Juggled it oh so slightly, but able to snag it for out number 3. And the Padres leave men at second and third. Middle 6. 2-2 game. Cubs in San Diego on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Join us for some Cubs talk to start your day. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on 104.3 The Score.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, where power meets precision in a truck that leads where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. We are professional grade. During GMC Truck Month, well-qualified buyers get 0% APR for 5 years on 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 models, plus no monthly payments for 130 days. See your local GMC dealer today. Monthly payment is $1,667 for every $1,000 you finance. Average example down payment is 9.56%. Must finance through GM Financial. Some customers will not qualify. Deferred monthly payments for 130 days. Excludes residents of PA. Down payment required at signing if applicable. Finance charges accrue from date of financing. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 6/30/26.
When you buy a car, you got a lot of options. You get 4 wheels, but how many doors do you want? Do you want a trunk or a frunk? A sunroof, moonroof, or a roof that comes all the way off? With Consumers Credit Union, your team can help you find your dream car and finance it with the kind of low fees and great rates that keep your options open. Consumers Credit Union. The people in your corner. Federally insured by NCUA.
Every team needs a closer. Injured? Dial Pound Law. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm.
Proud partner of the Chicago Cubs. Morgan & Morgan, 332.
2-2 game, Cubs and Padres as we begin the last of the 6th inning. Cubs tied it up in the last of the 5th on a sacrifice fly by Seiya Suzuki. Reagular Rodriguez, 6'1", 160 pounds. I'm guessing he's grown up a little bit since he stepped on the scale that day where he was measured at 160.
Yeah.
Just a hunch.
Yeah.
He's a professional athlete. You get good food, right? Nico Horner at the plate. The pitch, line drive, base hit to left. Nice start to the bottom half of the 6th inning for the Cubs as Nico reaches base for the second time this evening. In the 4th, he was hit by a pitch.
Nico takes this heater down and in and just whistles it into left field. Speaking of the whistler, we were just talking about him. Base hit to left, so a good start here in this 6th inning for the Cubs. I want to say great job by Shota today. 2 runs, 6 innings. Let's see if the Cubs can get him a run and maybe get him a W today.
Michael Conforto stands in, left-handed batter against Rodriguez, the right-hander. The pitch outside.
Let's see what's on tap here in the 6th inning, sponsored by Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. I think one of my predictions was Flight, right?
Yeah.
Ball in flight. This would be a good time. See if Conforto can put some points on the board. Win howling out the straightaway center.
He's got 5 dingers this year. Here's the pitch. Off the outside, 2-0. Conforto is 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI single. He's had this knack for coming up in clutch moments for the Cubs this season. Horner at first, no one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Tie ball game, 2-2. The opener of a 3-game set. Rodriguez deals. Conforto swings and misses out in front of a change. 2-1.
Pretty good changeup by Rodriguez. That one backed up on Michael. He was out in front of that ball by a lot. Did not see that pitch coming. We haven't seen that one from Rodriguez.
Rodriguez with a 2.10 ERA in 31 appearances this season for the Padres.
Now, the one thing we talked about earlier today, and we've heard from multiple people, including the manager of the Cubs, about this Padre bullpen. It is a good one.
A long set. Now the 2-1. Conforto, a check swing. Did he go around on appeal? No, says the third base umpire, Adam Beck. So it's 3-1. It's a change up, low and outside. Adrian Morejon is warming up in the Padres bullpen. He's a left-handed pitcher. Throw to first. Horner gets back standing up. Almost a wild throw toward the second base side of first by Rodriguez. France had to hop off the bag to make the catch. 3 balls and a strike. The count on Conforto. Here's the pitch. Ball strike, fastball clocked at 98 miles per hour from Rodriguez.
That was a fastball right down the middle, but at the knees, bottom of the zone.
So it's a full count. Rodriguez takes a peek at first. That's where Nico is. Sets at the belt. Nico goes. The pitch. A bouncing ball hit on the left side. It is fielded by Machado. He whirls and throws to first. Not in time. Conforto is safe. I don't know what Machado was trying to do. As he fielded the ball, it looked like he was going to try and tag Horner, who had already reached second base. Then he had to make a full turn to throw to first. Not in time to get Conforto, and now the Cubs in business.
Yeah, this is just a mistake by Machado, and I think he realizes it too late. He gets this ball, and now he tries to tag Nico. Nico's standing on a second base bag, and by the time Machado just spins and throws, it's way late. Conforto's safe easily. And just a mental mistake by Machado at third.
So a fielder's choice as Conforto reaches first. Horner at second. No one out. Corner infielders are in. Amaya at the plate already showing bunt. Here's the pitch. He pulls it back and takes ball 1. A fastball that missed.
This is not going to be an easy situation for Amaya to bunt this ball. This guy's throwing hard at 98 miles an hour. What you want to do, ideally, is bunt this ball towards Machado at third. Easy to say from up here, definitely not easy to do.
Amaya shows bunt. Here's the pitch. Pulls it back, takes a fastball for a strike, 1-1.
The entire infield for San Diego, as this pitch comes, is out of position. First baseman's even with the mound. Machado in on the grass. Shortstop at second base, and Cronenworth headed to first.
Men at first and second with no one out. 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. And Amaya bunts it foul behind the plate. 1-2.
I think if he doesn't make contact with that ball bunting it, it's going to hit him in the back leg. This is a changeup boring in on him. Yeah, and that ball, I think if it wouldn't have, it would have been really close to hitting him in the back knee.
Bunted it off of his back foot.
Yeah.
Foul. So
I'm surprised they went with a changeup, though, if he's bunting. With a fastball, that 98-mile-an-hour fastball is very difficult to bunt.
Horner at second, Conforto at first. Corner infielders charging. Here's the 1-2. Amaya looks at a slider off the outside and low. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, Amaya showed bunt and then pulled the bat back. And that's not a very comfortable feeling if you're France and you're only about 55 feet from home plate. You're like, oh boy, this is trouble.
Corner infielders remain in. 2-2 the count with men at first and second. 2-2 game. The pitch is a swing and a foul tip into the glove. Strike 3.
Oh, now they're calling interference on Amaya.
Horner
that
was
he
trying
made
to take
contact
third
with him. Craig Counsell's going to come out. This is an interference call on Amaya that the home plate umpire has. And not much of an argument for Craig Counsell. So we're going to get another look here in our monitors. Oh, that's what it is. It's contact with the backswing by Amaya to Fermin, and because he makes contact, that deadens the ball, and now all the runners got to go back to their original base.
Yeah, so Amaya struck out swinging, and that second, the click-click that we heard was on the backswing, the bat hitting the top of the helmet of the catcher Fermin. So 1 down. The men remain at first and second for the Cubs. Horner at second base, Conforto at first. 2-2 game here in the bottom of the 6th inning, and the batter is Dansby Swanson. Rodriguez deals. Swanson swings and misses at a changeup. 0-1. Dansby's 1 for 2 tonight with a double and a run scored. Pete Crow Armstrong on deck. The left-hander Morajon continues to warm up in the Padres bullpen. Swanson waits for the 0-1. Rodriguez deals. A bouncing ball foul off to the left. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Spiegel and Holmes talking Cubs afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score. This is the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network. WSCR, WSCR FM and HD1 Chicago.
Alongside Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman in for Pat. Bottom 6, Cubs 2, Padres 2. Just 1 away, Cubs threatening. Horner at second, Conforto at first. And Dansby Swanson at the plate with an 0-2 count. Bradley Rodriguez, right-hander, working on the first base side of the rubber. Peers in, acknowledges the sign, sets at the belt, looks at second. That's where Horner is. Now the pitch. Swanson swings and misses. Strike 3. Got him with a changeup. 2 down.
Pitch down and in, and that'll bring out the manager once again. That's a pretty good change. He's got a good one. When a right-handed pitcher has the comfort of throwing a right-on-right changeup, you know he's got a good one.
Greg Stammen making the pitching change. Wants to go to the left-hander with Pete Crow Armstrong due up, so Morajon will enter the game. Rodriguez will leave. Pitching changes by Cubs opponents, sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. 2-2 game, bottom 6, men at first and second with 2 away, but PCA due up on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball on 104.3 The Score and the Cubs Radio Network.
Carpal tunnel syndrome, heart failure that doesn't improve with common medicines. These are some signs and symptoms associated with ATTR-CM, or the cardiomyopathy of ATTR amyloidosis, a serious heart condition with symptoms that get worse over time. Amvuttra, vutrisiran, is a prescription medicine given by a healthcare provider that treats ATTR-CM in adults to reduce heart-related death, hospital stays, and urgent visits. In a clinical study, Amvuttra was proven to help people live longer and have fewer heart-related hospital stays and urgent visits over 3 years compared to placebo. Amvuttra lowers the amount of vitamin A in your blood, which can affect vision. Other side effects include pain in the arms or legs, pain in the joints, and shortness of breath. These are not all the possible side effects of Amvuttra. For prescribing information, call 1-833-256-2748 or learn more at Amvuttra.com. Ask your doctor about Amvuttra for ATTRCM.
Left-hander Adrian Morejon takes over for the Padres. 6-1 in 38 games this season with a 3.43 ERA. Crowd is going crazy here at Wrigley Field. Why is that, Coom?
Well, I think somebody's enjoying a flight and all of it.
Yeah.
I think that one Yingling up, one Yingling down, I believe.
A woman chugging a beer on the big video board in left.
I guess you can't be fun at the old ballpark, huh?
You're never bored at the friendly confines, that's for sure. All right, big spot in the game. 2-2, Cubs and Padres, 2 away, but the Cubs threatening with men at first and second, and Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate. PCA is 1 for 2 with a single and a walk. Morejon deals. And Crow Armstrong looks at a fastball up high, clocked at 100 miles per hour. 1-0.
Yeah, this guy's got a big arm. And, you know, you say that, and I guess you could say that about most of this bullpen that they've got here in San Diego.
Morejon sets up high. Looks at second. Here's the 1-0. PCA pulls one on the ground, foul off to the right. 1 ball, 1 strike. That was a slider from Morejon. Horner is at second base, Conforto at first. 2 down. Wind blowing straight out. It's been a low-scoring affair. 2-2 Cubs and Padres. Crow Armstrong waits for the 1-1. Here it comes. It's a called strike fastball. Clocked at 101 miles per hour from Morejon. Right at the top of the zone. Straight away. Lefty-lefty matchup. Morejon leans in, acknowledges the sign from his catcher Fermin. Straightens up, looks at second. Here's the 1-2. Up high, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Good take by Pete there. That's a tough take. You get the fastball inside for a strike pitch before, and now you're behind, and he throws a borderline heater at 100 right at the top of the zone, and Pete took it. Excellent take.
2 on, 2 out, 2-2 the count on PCA. The pitch. Called strike 3, a slider that spun into the zone, but Crow Armstrong's going to challenge.
Ball strike challenge sponsored by Northwestern Medicine.
And it's a ball. Missed low. Excellent challenge by PCA. He stays alive. And it's a full count.
Boy, now you'd love to see him whistle one in the gap. He gaps one and he'll score 2.
Crowd making a lot of noise here at Wrigley Field, trying to help Pete Crow Armstrong. 2 on, 2 away. The payoff pitch is fouled back off to the right by Crow Armstrong. That was a fastball at 100 miles per hour at the top of the zone on the inner half. Crowd at its feet here at Wrigley Field. 2-2 game. 2 on, 2 away. 3-2 the count. Crow Armstrong waits. Morejon deals. The pitch. Low and outside. Ball 4. And the Cubs now have the bases loaded after the walk to Pete Crow Armstrong.
Great at bat by Pete. This is, that pitch, the 2-2 pitch at the top of the zone just off the plate. And he took that fastball. That's a great take, and it just leads to a great at-bat for Pete Crow Armstrong. Now Bregman's going to hit left on right. Boy, Cubs need a big swing of the bat from Bregman.
Pitching coach Ruben Niebla heads to the mound for San Diego. Walks the Cubs batter, sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Reminder, a walk is free, a DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. Bregman has reached base twice today. A single in the first, walked in the 5th. Man, oh man, they need a clutch hit from Bregman here. With the bases loaded, 2 down, game tied at 2. here in the last of the 6th. Home plate umpire Ryan Wills breaking up the mound meeting. Warner at third base, Conforto at second, and PCA at first.
Cubs have had some chances in this ballgame. They just need that big hit. 2-2 ball game. Who would have guessed that in the 6th with the way the wind is blowing out today?
As it has all night long and continues to do so at the moment. Lefty-righty matchup. Morejon deals, and Bregman looks at a slider that spins into the zone for a strike. 0-1. Right near the bottom of the zone. That's about knee-high. 0-1 the count on Bregman. Morejon sets. Works his motion and deals. Bregman swings, and it's a high fly ball to right. It's playable for Tatis, backing up, makes the catch short of the track right near the well for out number 3. Cubs leave the bases loaded. 2-2 game, Cubs and Padres after 6 on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Michael Bush. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
This season, the Salvation Army Adult Rehabilitation Centers, proud partner of the Chicago Cubs, are making a real impact in your community. The Salvation Army ARC program provides no-cost residential recovery programs for men and women, offering housing, counseling, work therapy, and life skills training to help rebuild lives. Cubs fans can support the cause all season long by donating gently used clothing at Salvation Army thrift stores and special drop-off events. Every donation helps fund recovery and a fresh start for someone in need. Learn more at satruck.org.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has been a trusted presence at Wrigley Field for generations, delivering reliable, sustainable restroom solutions for fans. Today, Sloan is expanding beyond the restroom and into the concourse with innovative bottle fillers, providing clean drinking water while helping reduce plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. From water efficiency to innovation, Sloan continues to support the Cubs and their fans all season long. Learn more at sloan.com and go Cubs go!
Got big plans tonight? The pregame plans are set. Drinks in the fridge, fresh new cart, and the group chat is lighting up. But wait, how are you getting home? Before last call comes around, lock in your post-game plan. Schedule a ride share or designate a sober driver in your group before the fun starts. Plan ahead and party on with a sober ride home at the end of the night. Your ride is here. Drive sober or get pulled over. It's not a game.
Fans know a steal when they see one, like tuxedos and suits from Suits 2020 in Niles. Why rent when you can own for about the same price? Schedule your free fitting at Suits2020.com.
2-2 game, Cubs and Padres as we begin the top of the 7th here at Wrigley Field. The opener of a 3-game set. Shota Imanaga back on the mound. He's thrown 90 pitches tonight. The left-handed hitting Jake Cronenworth at the plate, the number 9 hitter in the Padres order. Imanaga kicks and delivers, and starts off Cronenworth with a breaking ball that floats into the zone for a strike. 0-1. Cronenworth is 0 for 1 with a sacrifice bunt. And the 0-1. Another breaking ball, slow-moving sweeper from Shota that spins into the zone for strike 2.
2 excellent hooks by Shota to get ahead in the count.
Bregman drops back with 2 strikes on Cronenworth. The pitch. Off the outside, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another sweeper from Imanaga. Right-hander Gavin Hollowell continues to throw in the Cubs bullpen. Fernando Tatis Jr. on deck. And the 1-2. Tap foul at the plate by Cronenworth.
First game back for Cronenworth since mid-April. He got hit with a pitch in the face and was out till now. Talk about a tough thing to come back from. And then, of course, the first guy you come back is a lefty. It's a baseball.
The 1-2. A breaking ball that's popped foul out of play off to the left by Cronenworth. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
Right? It's the big leagues. You got to jump right into the deep end. There's no shallow end in the big leagues.
It's a great way of putting it. Cubs not guarding the third base position with their defensive linemen at the moment. Now the 1-2. In the dirt, 2 balls and 2 strikes. A splitter from Imanaga.
Well, you love that Shota's come back out here in the 7th. Cubs bullpen pretty thin tonight. With all that we talked about, the extra inning games, the rainouts, double headers. A bullpen game yesterday, and he's giving the Cubs all he can in a really hot, 90-degree day at the start of the game. Showed at 96 pitches and only giving up 2 runs.
The 2-2 delivery. A bouncing ball hit softly on the right side, fielded by Horner. The throw to first in time to get Cronenworth, and that is out number 1. The first out, sponsored by Xfinity. Reliable Wi-Fi at one price for 5 years. Xfinity, imagine that. And that'll be all for Shota Imanaga. Craig Counsell makes the walk out to the mound, clapping his hands in approval. Gets the baseball from his left-hander, and listen to the crowd here at Wrigley Field as Imanaga heads back to the Cubs dugout along the third base line.
Big outing for Shota, and the fans letting him know it. 2 runs on a night with the wind howling out the center.
A quality start for Imanaga. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Right-hander Gavin Hollowell will enter the game. 1 down, top 7, 2-2. Cubs and Padres on the score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Craig Counsell. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
There are trucks, and then there's the 2026 GMC Sierra, with the capability to handle what life throws your way. That's the GMC Sierra, where power meets precision in a truck that leads where it matters most. GMC Sierra, it's the truck. We are professional grade. During GMC Truck Month, well-qualified buyers get 0% APR for 5 years on 2026 GMC Sierra 1500 models, plus no monthly payments for 130 days. See your local GMC dealer today. Monthly payment is $1,667 for every $1,000 you finance. Average example down payment is 9.56%. Must finance through GM Financial. Some customers will not qualify. Deferred monthly payments for 130 days. Excludes residents of PA. Down payment required at signing if applicable. Finance charges accrue from date of financing. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 6/30/26.
Line on Shota Imanaga, 6 1/3, 2 runs on 9 hits, no walks, 4 strikeouts. Quality starts by Cubs pitchers, sponsored by Benjamin Moore. Start your next project with quality paints from Benjamin Moore, official paint of the Chicago Cubs. So right-hander Gavin Hollowell takes over, 1 down, top of the 7th, Cubs 2, Padres 2. And Fernando Tatis Jr. at the plate. Righty-righty matchup. Hollowell, big kick and pitch. Misses off the outside with a fastball, 1-0.
Hollowell, big, tall guy. Sidearming, kind of 3/4 delivery. Steps at the hitter, the right-handed hitter, and then crossfires him. Very tough to pick the ball up. First time you see Hollowell as a hitter.
The pitch, swing and a miss by Tatis, 1-1.
To my point, Tatis swung and that ball was already in the glove of Amaya.
Hollowell peers in, acknowledges the sign from Amaya. Straightens up, first base side of the rubber, the kick and pitch. Missed up high.
Yeah, that's a good pitch. I thought so too.
And Amaya will challenge.
I think Tatis flinched a little bit and it threw the umpire off. Ball strike challenge, sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Oh, and it is high.
Ball, Chicago has no remaining.
All right, so both teams out of challenges for the rest of regulation. That'll make things interesting down the stretch here. The 2-1. Tatis swings and misses. Chased a sweeper off the outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two game. Cubs and Padres, 1 down, top of the 7th. Now the pitch. Just missed up high with a breaking ball.
That was borderline pitch too, but now you're out of challenges. That was a breaking ball. That one might have caught the top of the zone.
All right, so it's a full count with Tatis at the plate. Hollowell's ready. Here it comes. Soft moving bouncer up the third base line, and it is a foul ball.
Wind's been blowing out all night to straightaway center field and blowing out hard. It's been consistent. You say it like 15 miles an hour to start the ball game. We've had some wind gusts where it's been much stronger than the 15 miles an hour, but consistently blowing out. Both sides have pitched extremely well to keep this game at 2-2 here in the 7th.
It's 81 degrees at the moment here at Wrigley Field. 3-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Call, strike 3. Fastball on the outside edge to Tatis. 2 away.
Borderline pitch down, borderline pitch away. Perfect pitcher's pitch, and it is a strike as we see it in the monitor. That is a great pitch by Hollowell.
Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. So 2 away, top 7, 2-2 game. And Samad Taylor, the Padres left fielder, at the plate. The pitch. Misses up high. A sweeper from Hollowell. 1-0. Corner infielders are in. With Taylor in the box. The 1-0 delivery is chopped foul off the left side. 1-1.
Well, I think what they don't want to have happen is have Taylor bunt for a base hit and just get a free base, and then, Steve, have the option, because he's a really fast guy, stealing second base right away. So you just take one of his major weapons away from him.
Taylor's 1 for 3 with a single. The pitch, foul back off the screen. A fastball from Hollowell, 1-2. Taylor hitting at .324 on the year, 71 at bats for San Diego. Former Royal and Mariner. The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 as Hollowell gets Taylor with a sweeper. That ends the top half of the 7th inning. It's time to stretch at Wrigley. 2-2 game. Cubs and Padres, the 7th inning stretch. Sponsored by the Volvo XC90. Room for everyone, ready for wherever the road takes you. Here is Chicago native musician Neil Francis to perform tonight's 7th inning stretch.
Neil Francis. All right, Cubs fans, let me hear ya. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out to the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever come back, 'cause it's root for the Cubbies. If they don't win, it's a shame. So it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Let's get the runs!
Covering every Cubs game all season long, Rahimi, Harris, and Grody, middays 10-2 on 104.3 The Score.
When only the best will do, choose Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. With rich color, smooth coverage, and unbeatable durability, Benjamin Moore is paint that performs. Stains wipe away easily, and the finish stays beautiful for years to come. Available in 3,500 colors and exclusively at locally owned Benjamin Moore stores. Ready to transform your space? Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find a retailer near you. Regal Select, trusted by pros, loved by homeowners.
All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion is always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Cubs 2, Padres 2 as we begin the bottom of the 7th inning here at Wrigley Field. Michael Busch to be followed by Seiya Suzuki and Ian Happ, the heart of the order for the Cubs. Left-hander Adrian Morejon remains in the game. Lefty-lefty matchup. Morejon kicks and fires. And Busch looks at a fastball for a strike, 99 miles per hour. Right at the top of the zone on the outer half. 0-1. Both teams out of challenges for the rest of regulation. Here's the pitch. Busch swings and hits it foul out of play. Second deck off to the left. 0-2.
That's one of those nights where you need one hanging breaking ball, one pitch And someone can launch one. See if Michael might get one of these hanging breaking balls.
Here comes the 0-2. Called strike 3. A slider that froze Bush. Right near the bottom of the zone on the outer half. 1 away.
Yeah, this guy's rushing it up there pretty good at 99 miles an hour. And then you throw a little slider on the outside corner. Tough pitch to hit.
So the Cubs cleanup man, Seiya Suzuki, stands in. His sacrifice fly tied up the game as Suzuki looks at a fastball for a strike. That sac fly occurred in the 5th inning. 2-2 game. Cubs and Padres with 1 down here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The pitch. Off the outside, 1-1. Cleanup hitters for the Cubs, sponsored by Chicagoland's appliance leader, Grand Appliance. Get your all-star Samsung kitchen today at grandappliance.com. Seiya, the Cubs cleanup man tonight. The 1-1. Inside, 2-1 the count. There's a change from Morejon.
Guy throws a change at 93. You're almost doing the hitter a favor. It's around 100. I mean, I'll take the 93 change and try to hit that.
Seiya waits. The 2-1. Is fouled back. That one might have gotten a piece of the catcher for Fermin.
Fermin's gotten beat up tonight. He's had a couple tough ones tonight. He's still trying to walk this one off.
The home plate umpire, Ryan Wills, walks nearly halfway to the mound to personally toss the ball to the pitcher, Morejon, and then ask the ball boy for some new baseballs. He's currently dusting off home plate. Classy move by Wills, the home plate umpire, to give Fermin a little bit of time to recover. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count on Suzuki. Digs back in. An enormously powerful right-handed batter. Hits out of a crouch. Extends the hands high over home plate. Here's the 2-2. Outside. Changeup that missed. Full count. Seiya hitting at 264. He doubled earlier in the game and scored a run. Got 12 bombs this season. Here's the payoff pitch. Seiya swings and misses. Strike 3 as Morejon zips a 100-mile-per-hour fastball past him. 2 away.
Yeah, after a few changeups in a row, now this 2-seamer up and away. And this is gas at the top of the zone.
So here comes Ian Happ hitting from the right side against the lefty Morejon. Happ's 0 for 3 tonight. A ground out, a fly out, and he was caught looking. The pitch. Up high. 1-0. 2-seamer at 100 miles per hour. Happ with a bit of a closed stance from the right side. He waits for the 1-0 delivery. Here it comes. That's a called strike. Changeup. 1-1. Right at the top of the zone on the outer half. Left-hander Caleb Thielbar is warming up in the Cubs bullpen. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2 on Happ. Another changeup. I was talking to Craig Counsell prior to tonight's ball game, and the bullpen a little short because of the rainout last week. They had back-to-back rainouts against Toronto and the Mets in New York. Then the doubleheader. The extra inning game yesterday, the pitch. A bouncing ball hit on the right side, wide of first, fielded by France. The toss to Morejon covering the bag in time, out number 3. Counsell saying that the bullpen really isn't going to get right. Can't reset it until the off day on Thursday. We head to the 8th, tie game. Cubs 2, Padres 2 on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Chicago, this is Carson Kelly. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Chicago sports fans, it's Ron Coomer. Summer baseball is in full swing, and it's the perfect time to enjoy your outdoor space. TimberTech decking is engineered with advanced innovation and resilient design to stand up to sun, rain, and years of gathering. You get the beauty of wood without sanding, staining, or splinters. Order free samples or connect with a contractor near you at TimberTech.com. TimberTech.com. TimberTech, everything wood should be.
Hey Cubs fans, this season, the Chicago Cubs are pitching for chicken with Chick-fil-A. If the Cubs strike out 3 batters in any inning during a home game, everyone gets a reward from Chick-fil-A on their mobile app. That's 3 strikeouts, 1 inning. Find more details and official rules at CFAChicagoland.com. Keep listening every home game for your chance at a free reward and eat more chicken.
Strike 3, you're out!
This summer, making memories in a Volvo SUV is easier than ever. Now, for a limited time, get savings on Volvo SUVs during the Summer Safely sales event, built with advanced safety features, so you can focus on the road ahead. Find your Volvo today. The Summer Safely sales event is on now. Visit volvocars.com/US to save.
Who's on first? Southwest Airlines, ranked first among U.S. airlines by the Wall Street Journal. Based on WSJ's 2025 rankings. See southwest.com/WSJ.
Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars for Kids. Donate your cars today. 2-2 tie, top of 8 here at Wrigley Field.
Manny Machado at the plate for San Diego. Gavin Hollowell, right-hander, on the mound for the Cubs. The kick and pitch. Off the outside, 1-0. Fastball that missed at 95 miles per hour from Hollowell. The game's been tied since the 5th inning when Seiya Suzuki evened things up for the Cubs with a sacrifice fly. The pitch. Misses outside. That was a breaking ball. 2-0 the count on Machado. He was 0 for 3 tonight. Machado's batting average is now dipped to 186 on the season, but he does have 15 home runs. And the pitch. Another miss, this time with a second straight breaking ball from Hollowell. This one was a little low, apparently. The 3-0 pitch. Low, ball 4. So Machado draws a leadoff walk here in the 8th. He represents the go-ahead run for the Padres. And the San Diego cleanup man, Miguel Andujar, will hit. He's 3 for 3 tonight. A single, a double, and a single.
Yeah, unfortunately, Machado hasn't been swinging the bat while hitting some home runs. The leadoff walk to him.
The pitch. Andujar shows bunt, pulls it back, and takes a sinker for a strike. 0-1.
He's been their best hitter all night. 3 for 3 with a double and a run scored. He's got 2 singles and a double.
Throw to first. Diving back in safely, Machado. Machado has 1 stolen base this season. Middle infielders at double play depth. Bush holding on Machado at first. The 0-1. Called strike 2. Sweeper that floats into the zone.
That's a tough pitch for a right-handed hitter. This ball starts out in behind you, and then it breaks over the middle of the plate.
Wind blowing straight out here at Wrigley. The 0-2. Off the outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. A breaking ball from Hollowell. Hollowell peers in, gets the sign from Amaya, takes a peek at first. That's where Machado is. Now the pitch. Up high. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to count on Andujar. There's a big hole on the right side of the infield. Bush holding on Machado. And Horner up the middle to the right of second. Hollowell delivers. Andujar lines one to left, coming in. Happ has a play, makes the catch, head high. The throw to first is a little offline as Machado slowly jogs back. He's kind of halfway between first and second. 1 away.
4th line drive of the game off the bat of Andujar. Cubs finally get him out. Now you got to be careful here. This guy's got some pop in his bat. No doubt. France is going to be looking to do some damage here. Got to keep that sweeping hook off the inner half of the plate.
Ty France, 2 singles tonight. The pitch is taken for strike. Slow-moving sweeper.
Yeah, that was a perfect one right on the outside corner.
France is 2 for 3. Right-handed batter, open stance, hits out of a crouch, uses a toe tap. The pitch. Inside, 1-1. Machado at first, 1 down, top of the 8th, 2-2 game. Cubs and Padres, the opener of a 3-game set. Start of a 6-game homestand for the Cubs. 3 against these Padres, 3 more after the off day Thursday against the Cardinals. The pitch. Pop foul out of play by France off to the right. 1-2.
Back-to-back heaters. France way late on that last one. This one starts out middle, starts boring in on him, and he's just tardy.
Jackson Merrill on deck, left-handed batter. Throw to first. Machado dives back in safely. France 1-2 the count. With Machado at first and 1 away. The pitch. And a high fly ball hit to right. Conforto back near the track. Makes the catch, angling toward the corner. 2 away.
Whenever the ball's hit in the air by one of the big guys, you hold your breath quickly, but this ball, not much of a chance, didn't get to the track down the line, and good job by Hollowell coming in and keeping this game at 2 for, what did he pitch? An inning and probably a full inning, right? Inning and a third?
Yeah, he's officially being removed from the game now by Craig Counsell with the left-handed batting Jackson Merrill due up. Cubs are going to go with the veteran left-hander Caleb Thielbar here. So a nice outing by Hollowell. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. 2 down, a man at first in Machado. Merrill due up, and Thielbar coming in. 2-2 game. Cubs and Padres here in the 8th. On the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Hello. Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi?
They even brought their own devices and spellbook.
You didn't give them the new Wi-Fi password, right?
No.
That's good.
I gave them our old one. Because Xfinity lets us keep the same network name and password so devices connect instantly.
What do they want Wi-Fi for anyways?
Better not to know. Plausible deniability.
Get streaming or scheming instantly with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in one price for the most reliable fiber-powered Wi-Fi for 5 years. Guaranteed. And see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Use of fiber coaxial cable. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Your out-of-town scoreboard, sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app. Save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Looking around the National League Central, the Brewers trailed most of this one, but they come from behind to beat the Reds 5-3. The Pirates beat the Phillies in Philly 11-7. Zach?
Espo, thank you. Here at Wrigley, we are in the top of the 8th inning. Cubs 2, Padres 2. Game 1 of a 3-game set between these two. Manny Machado is at first base, 2 away here in the top of the 8th. Jackson Merrill at the plate. And fellow left-hander Caleb Thielbar on the mound. Bregman playing in, wide of third. The pitch. There's a sweeper that misses. 1-0 the count. Just off the outside near the top of the zone. Bush holding on Machado at first. Warner playing Merrill to pull at second. The pitch. Another miss outside with a sweeper. 2-0. A quiet Wrigley Field. Thielbar deals. Called strike, slider that spins into the zone. 2-1. Thielbar sets chest high, takes a peek at first and deals. And this is popped up left side, out of play. 2-2.
Thielbar's made some good pitches with the breaking ball in this at bat. Got away with one there. That last one stayed inside, probably inner half of the strike zone, and Merrill just fouled it back.
Here comes the 2-2. And this is foul back. Thielbar with a fastball there.
Thielbar just pounds that strike zone. He's good fastball, top of the zone.
2 strikes. Bregman drops back to where shortstop would normally play. Now the pitch. It's low as Merrill has worked a full count. 3-2 with Machado at first and 2 away here in the top of the 8th. Xander Bogaerts on deck. The payoff pitch. Bounced foul at the plate. Slider. We'll do it again. Cubs 2, Padres 2. Machado at first with 2 away. 3-2 the count on Merrill. And here comes the pitch. And a fly ball hit to shallow center. Racing back, Swanson can't make the play. It drops in. And stopping at third base, Machado. Bloop single by Jackson Merrill, left center field. There were 3 Cubs in the area. Crow Armstrong was charging hard from center. Happ charging hard from left, and Swanson was racing back from the shortstop position, but it found a hole.
Yeah, the guy that had the best shot at this ball was Dansby, and he goes way out in the left center field to try to make this catch, and it's just a very tough play. Yeah, and it just couldn't quite get the glove on it. Machado ends up first to third. That's one of those balls just hit in the middle of no man's land for the Cubs.
So here is Xander Bogaerts, a right-handed batter against the left-hander Thielbar, with Machado the go-ahead run at third. Merrill at first, 2 away here in the top of the 8th. Big hole on the right side of the infield for Bogaerts. Bogaerts 2 for 3 tonight. The pitch is low. 1-0. Bogaerts singled and scored a run in the 3rd and a ribby double in the 4th. Now the 1-0. That's a called strike as Merrill steals second without a throw. So 1-1 the count. Machado at third. Merrill at second, 2 away. Bogaerts waits. The pitch is low. Curveball that missed. 2-1.
Peter Armstrong a little shallower in center field now. Might be in a couple strides at least. Just trying to think of possibly taking a chance of throwing a runner out at the plate. And now I think Cubs are going to walk Bogaerts intentionally.
Yeah, so Bogaerts heads to first after the intentional walk. It'll bring up the number 8 hitter, catcher Freddie Fermin, who's 1 for 3 tonight with a single, but hitting at 146 on the year. 2 away, bases loaded here in the 8th. 2-2 game. The pitch. Fermin looks at a fastball for a strike, 0-1.
I'm surprised he wasn't swinging a bat at that first pitch fastball.
The 0-1. Fermin pounds it on the ground, foul off to the left. This one found a hole and into the Cubs dugout along the third base line. Hope everyone's okay in there. 0-2 the count. Crowd now on its feet. Now we're hearing the crowd come to life, trying to help Thielbar work out of this jam. 2-2 game, 2 away here in the top of the 8th, but the bases loaded for San Diego. The 0-2 popped up. Shallow right. Horner dropping back, calling everybody off. He makes the catch. Out number 3. And the Padres leave the bases loaded here in the top of the 8th. Middle 8, 2-2 game. Cubs and San Diego on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Great Cubs guests all season long. Raheem Harris and Grody, middays 10 to 2 on 104.3 The Score.
Benny's goes to the Dogs. Every time the Cubs leadoff man gets a hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $200 to area service dog charities. Here's toasting to man's best friend. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Honey, did you invite the minions over?
Well, you know how we talked about getting Wi-Fi from Xfinity?
Yeah.
I ordered it this morning, was online in minutes, then they showed up.
So they just came over to use the Wi-Fi? For what?
Better not to know.
Get online in minutes with same-day Wi-Fi from Xfinity. Plus, lock in your price for 5 years and see Minions and Monsters only in theaters. Xfinity. Imagine that. Restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Learn more at xfinity.com/same-day Wi-Fi.
Plumbing emergency? Chicagoland depends on Plumbers 911. Licensed professional local 130 plumbers are available 24/7 for fast, reliable help. Call 833-PLUM-911. Local 130 plumbers get the job done right the first time.
Did you know you could earn up to $600 when you open a checking account at Old National Bank?
$600? You could do a lot with that. Like tickets to somewhere warm?
Now boarding for Miami.
Or tickets to your favorite band?
Or tickets to your favorite band in Miami.
Boom! Now you're talking.
Earn up to a $600 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Additional restrictions apply. Visit oldnational.com/checking. Offer valid through October 30th, 2026. Member FDIC.
Dear America, Toyota's Independence Day sales event is on now. Discover star-spangled savings on Toyota's legendary lineup. Visit Toyota.com today. Toyota, let's go places.
All 30. MLB.com/Journey to 30 sweeps. Zach, a new Padres pitcher.
Former Cub right-hander Jason Adam takes over here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs 2, Padres 2. Pitching changes by Cubs opponents, sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at Sloan.com. Espo, thanks. It's a pitcher's duel here at Wrigley Field in hitting conditions. Wind has been blowing out hard for most of the game.
Yeah, we'd have never guessed this. We didn't predict this, but that's baseball.
Nico Horner at the plate. Here's the pitch. A big swing and a miss. And a slider from Adam, 0-1.
He was trying to untie the score with a bomb to left.
Horner tonight is 1 for 2, a single. He was also hit by a pitch. Adam works on the first base side of the rubber. The kick and pitch is low for a ball. Missed with a changeup. 1-1 the count. Time to see how we did with our guesses in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. The actual attendance tonight, 37,607, which means Espo is our winner tonight with the closest guess of 38,500. The pitch. A bouncing ball hit on the right side. Backhanded wide of first by France. The throw to Adam. Behind him, able to snag it in the air. Step on first before Horner gets there for the out. 1 away.
That play had so many things that could go wrong, and none of them did. First off, France goes for this ball, and really he shouldn't. He should just go to the bag. He catches this ball halfway to second base and then throws the ball behind him, and Adams with a great catch and then tags the bag with Nico flying down the line, who's one of the best runners the Cubs have, and San Diego makes one heck of a play. Maybe a bad decision by France, but they get the out.
So 1 down here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Cubs 2, Padres 2. The batter, Michael Conforto. He's got 5 home runs this season. Conforto with an RBI single earlier in the ballgame. Here's the pitch. This is outside. Slider. 1-0. Wind continues to blow out here at the friendly confines. Adam peers in, gets the side from his catcher for me. Straightens up, sets above the belt, works his motion, and deals. Low and inside. 2-0. Stay tuned for the Old National Bank Cubs Radio postgame show, the official bank of the Cubs Radio Network, with Mike Esposito following our festivities tonight. The 2-0. Conforto looks at a strike, a slider that spins into the zone, 2-1.
Adams, one of those guys, he's got confidence in his pitches to throw for strikes just about whenever he needs to.
Now the 2-1. And a high fly ball hit to deep right. But it's playable for Tatis, who makes the catch, angling toward the corner on the track for out number 2.
Came off the bat with the right trajectory, but it was an off-speed pitch. And Conforto catches this ball just off the end of the bat. Just enough to keep it in the ballpark.
So 2 away here in the last of the 8th. Cubs 2, Padres 2. And Miguel Amaya will stand in. He's 0 for 3 tonight. Pop up and 2 swinging strikeouts. Wind blowing out. Adam on the mound, first base side of the rubber. He leans back, high leg kick and pitch. Off the outside for ball 1. Bounces off the glove of the catcher Fermin and rolls all the way to the backstop. Stay tuned for the toast of the game presented by Binny's Beverage Depot. Coming up with the Coom Dog in the 9th inning. A 1-0. Amaya looks at a strike, a slider. 1-1.
A lot of breaking pitches in this inning from Adams.
Right-hander Trent Thornton has started warming up in the Cubs pen. Amaya waits, the 1-1 delivery. Off the outside, slider that missed, 2-1. Righty-righty matchup, Adam on the hill, Amaya at the plate. The pitch, inside. Amaya has worked the 3-1 count.
Amaya stuck his elbow out there. He's got that elbow guard on that left elbow. That pitch was up and in. He tried to get clipped by it and just missed his elbow.
Yeah, it's a changeup. And here comes the 3-1 delivery. Amaya pounds it on the ground, foul off to the left, 3-2. Dansby Swanson on deck for the Cubs. He's 1 for 3 tonight with a double and a run scored. Adam peers in, gets the sign from Fermin. Straightens up. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Fooled Amaya with a changeup. Cubs go down in order here in the 8th. We head to inning number 9. Cubs 2, Padres 2 on the score, and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Alex Bregman. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
At 19 weeks pregnant, I found out my blood was attacking my baby. I'm Ellen, and my team said her only chance at survival was a rare procedure.
Top ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News & World Report, the team at Northwestern Maternal Fetal Medicine Clinic treats high-risk pregnancies from across Chicagoland. They performed an unprecedented 5 in utero blood transfusions to ensure Ellen and her baby had a compatible blood type.
Today, my baby is healthy and full of life.
Northwestern Medicine, better.
Rev up your rewards at the pump with the Club Citgo app. Join today and enter for the chance to win big with members-only sweepstakes, plus everyday savings that stack automatically. Start with 20 cents off per gallon on your first fill-up and save 25 cents per gallon on your first 4 purchases with Plus Pay. Hit Premier status and unlock even more. So what are you waiting for? Download the Club Citgo app today and you're good to go. Savings good up to 30 gallons only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. I am quite aware of the dangers being on the road. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. These families' lives will be changed in an instant. We fight for these families as if they were our own. We've become America's largest injury law firm by winning cases just like these. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, 332 South Michigan Avenue, Chicago.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Back at Wrigley Field, the nail-biter between the Cubs and Padres. The 9th inning sponsored by Circa Resort and Casino. Get ready for the time of your life. CircaLasVegas.com. Zach, a new Cubs pitcher.
Right-hander Trent Thornton takes over. Espo, thank you. Pitching changes by the Cubs, sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Thornton on the year is 2-2 with a 2.74 ERA in 18 games for the Cubs with 1 save. The number 9 hitter, Jake Cronenworth, in the box for San Diego. Left-handed batter, Bregman playing in on the infield grass wide of third. Thornton kicks and delivers. And Cronenworth looks at a slow-moving breaking ball that floats into the zone for a strike, 0-1. Thornton works on the third base side of the rubber, sets belt high. Works his motion and deals. Bounced foul off to the right by Cronenworth in the hole, 0-2.
Cronenworth, as we said earlier, in his first ball game back since mid-April, he got hit in the face with a pitch.
Yeah, right in the chin.
Yeah, in the chin. Broke a bunch of bones in his face and was out until today.
Here's the 0-2. Up high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 95-mile-per-hour heater from Thornton. The spectacled right-hander. The 1-2. Low and inside check swing. On appeal, no swing, says the third base umpire Adam Beck, so the count even at 2-2. Bregman drops back. Now the pitch. Ground ball hit to second. Fielded on the edge of the outfield grass by Horner. The throw to first in time. Cronenworth's retired, 1 away.
Good start here in the 9th for the Cubs.
Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Rahimi, Harris, and Grody, middays 10 a.m. to 2 on 104.3 The Score. This is the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network, WSCR, WSCR-FM, and HD1 Chicago.
Fernando Tatis Jr. digs in. 1 down, top 9, Cubs 2, Padres 2. Trent Thornton deals, and Tatis swings and misses at a cutter, 0-1. Tatis 0 for 4 with an RBI on a fielder's choice. Thornton sets up high, works his motion and deals. Off the outside and low with a sweeper, 1-1. Wind blowing out. Here on this Monday night at Wrigley Field, it was 91 degrees at first pitch. A little cooler now, the 1-1. And a ground ball that is off the glove of Horner. A sinking line drive. Horner ranged to his left, tried to make a sliding grab of it on the edge of the outfield grass. Couldn't. Tatis safe at first.
Yeah, his ball scalded at Nico to his left. He kind of slides trying to make this catch. And it kind of just, I think it hits the edge of his glove and just trickles past him for a base hit.
Yeah, the exit velocity on that shot by Tatis, 112 miles per hour. Time call. Tommy Hotovy, the Cubs pitching coach, heads out to the mound. The go-ahead run, Tatis, with terrific speed at first base. 1 away here in the top of the 9th. Samad Taylor due up. I think the Padres are going to send a pinch hitter to the plate. The left-handed batting Gavin Sheets will hit. Game tied at 2.
Well, you bring Sheets in the ball game, and, you know, even though we've said anybody can reach the seats, now Gavin Sheets, big, strong guy, they're looking for him to try to do some damage here. Still amazes me. We're still in a tie ball game, 2-2 here on a night when wind is just howling out, and you got to tip your hat to pitching for both clubs today.
Sheets with 13 home runs this year. Tatis at first, Bush playing in front of him. 1 away, the pitch off the outside, a fastball that missed, 1-0. Bregman is playing almost directly between second and third. Thornton sets chest high. The 1-0. Called strike fastball, 95 miles per hour from Thornton. Near the outer half. 1 ball, 1 strikes. Righty-lefty matchup. Throw to first. And Tatis dives in safely ahead of the tag by Bush. Do you like what the Cubs are doing? Bush is kind of playing in front of Tatis and then racing back to the bag.
Yeah, I'm you know, the thing about it is
Tatis goes, the pitch, called strike, throw to second. In time, tag applied by Swanson. Excellent throw by Miguel Amaya. 2 away.
This throws right over the bag. We're going to get a look at this. They're going to review this. And I believe the throw literally is over the bag. Dansby comes straight down with the tag on the back shoulders probably of Tatis. It's going to be close where the tag hits Tatis and where the hands are. They are reviewing it, and the first look, oh, that's really close.
The question is, was the tag applied in the helmet shoulder area before Tatis's left hand was able to hit the base right above the helmet, where Swanson caught the ball and tried to immediately tag the runner Tatis.
Yeah, this is probably going to be our best view. Well, I don't know. They called him out at second base. I don't know if we've seen anything that would say this is a call that could be overturned. Tell you what, the one thing about this play, talk about textbook plays by a baseball team, both running and defense.
The runner is out. San Diego loses their challenge.
They took a second look, a second opinion. Always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. Out number 2. And I think you're right, Kuhn. You said something interesting there, that there probably wasn't enough to overturn the call on the field, and the call was out at second.
Yeah, and this is textbook baseball. I mean, good jump at first. Amaya gets rid of this ball perfectly, throws an absolute strike. Great tag by Dansby. And Tatis fully stretched out trying to steal a bag. That's pretty good baseball.
The 1-2 is low. Check swing. Did he go around? Yes! Strike 3! Sheets is retired. And we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Tie ball game. Cubs 2, Padres 2. Do the Cubs have another walk-off in them? We'll find out soon on The Score on the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs talk on your ride home. Spiegel and Holmes, afternoons 2 to 6 on 104.3 The Score.
Oh, this Bosch miter saw really is smooth.
Feeling smooth.
Who said that?
It's your inner Bosch, baby. I'm that scoobity-bebop smooth feeling you get when you make smooth cuts with that moobity-mibbity-mibbity-mubbity miter saw.
So I'll just keep ski-bop sawing then?
Now you're getting it. Beep-bop, beat-up, wow, miter saw is my favorite.
The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a
Bosch.
Coom here. Baseball's been around a long time, since the 1800s, when pitchers threw underhand. You know what's been around even longer? Yuengling. Yuengling started brewing in 1829. People were drinking a cold Yuengling before baseball even existed. No box scores, no 7th inning stretches, just great beer that stood the test of time for 197 years. So next time you're at a ballpark, grab a Yuengling Traditional Lager, because just like baseball, legends stand the test of time. Yuengling is proud to be the official beer of the Cubs Radio Network.
DG Yuengling & Son, Pottsville, PA.
Hyundai gives you America's best warranty on every new vehicle. It includes a 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain limited warranty, plus 24/7 roadside assistance. That's peace of mind from Hyundai. And these days, that's priceless.
Right now, for a limited time, lease the Hyundai Elantra for $179 a month or get $2,000 total savings. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end July 6th. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Rear-ended? That's wrong. Hurt in a fall? That's wrong. Call D&W, Chicago's Injury Law Group. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Bottom of the 9th, Zach.
2-2 game. Cubs and Padres. Dansby Swanson will lead things off. Jason Adam on the mound. A righty-righty matchup. Now the pitch. Swanson swings and misses at a slider. 0-1 the count. Cubs have 9 walk-off wins this season. They lead the major leagues in that department.
I'd love to see Dansby sit on his slider and try to go back to right center.
Here's the 0-1. Swanson swings and misses as Adam doubles up on the slider, 0-2. Swanson 1 for 3 with a double and a run scored. The game's been tied since the 5th when Swanson scored on a sacrifice fly by Seiya Suzuki. Adam peers in, gets the sign from Fermin. He straightens up. And the pitch. Low and outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Jace Bowen in the game, playing left field for the Padres. Now the pitch. Low. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the count.
That was the best take so far for Dansby on the breaking ball. He's been out in front of the breaking pitches, and that time he had a good look at that one. It was down.
Star right-handed reliever Mason Miller warming up in the Padres bullpen. Bottom 9, no one out, 2-2 game, Cubs and Padres. Swanson at the plate with a 2-2 count. Adam wants a new ball.
No, I think he threw out his PitchCom device. Something was wrong with it in his ear, and I think he just said we're good. I think they're going to go with the good old-fashioned signs.
Really?
How about you?
Well, there's no one on base.
I didn't know we could do that. Catcher just goes throw it.
All right, so here we go. 2-2 the count. Swanson waits. Adam, the kick and pitch. Way outside, off the glove of Fermin. This one rolls all the way to the backstop. It was a sweeper, and it's a full count.
All breaking balls to Dansby in this at-bat. He's seen 5 pitches. He's seen 5 breaking balls.
Crowd beginning to make some noise here at Wrigley Field. 3-2 the count. The payoff pitch to Swanson. Pulled on the ground, fielded by Machado, and he's unable to make the throw on the transfer. Tried to whirl and throw to first. He dropped the ball. Swanson is safe at first.
That ball's hit sharply in the hole between short and third. Machado does a good job of getting to this ball, fields it, and then it's a very difficult play. He's way outranging, and as the transfer and the spin around, he does not make the transfer of the ball from the glove to the hand. It'll be a base hit, I got to believe, for Dansby. And now the Cubs with the winning run on base.
Swanson at first. Pete Crow Armstrong at the plate. Machado playing in at third. 2-2 game. Crowd chanting PCA here in the bottom of the 9th. No one out. Adam a long set. Now the pitch. Off the outside. A changeup to Crow Armstrong, 1-0.
Thinking about Dansby running, Adam, I would say, is average to home plate as far as his times to the plate. He does have a leg kick. Dansby could get a pretty good jump.
Another long set. Throw to first. Swanson dives back in. The throw was toward the home plate side of first and pulled France off the bag.
Adam with kind of an odd throw to first. He kind of gives you an underhand kind of flick to first base. That's a little on the dangerous side.
Crow Armstrong waits. The pitch is whacked foul off the netting to the left. 1-1. Jose Javier, the Cubs first base coach, talking to Swanson on the bag. Crow Armstrong at the plate with a 1-1 count.
Nice. Pete got a changeup right in the middle of the plate that last pitch.
Here comes the 1-1. That's a called strike, a slider that spins into the zone, 1-2. Outer half near the top of the zone. Cubs and Padres out of challenges here in regulation. Bottom 9, the winning run, Swanson at first base. No one out. 2-2 game. Crow Armstrong at the plate with a 1-2 count. Adams ready. Sets above the belt. Lets the pitch clock run down. Now works his motion. Up high to Crow Armstrong, 2-2.
Got to believe that's a purpose pitch to change the eye level of Pete. And now I would believe they would try to go back down with some kind of breaking ball or changeup.
Third base unguarded. Throw to first. Swanson dives back in safely.
That's the second throw to first base now, so now they cannot throw over again without it being a balk. Dansby can get a big jump.
2-2 the count on Crow Armstrong. Swanson extends his lead off the first base bag. Adam deals. Crow Armstrong swings, loops one into left field. It drops in for a base hit. Bowen quickly gets the ball back into the infield. Swanson at second base. Cubs in business here. Men at first and second. No one out. And Alex Bregman will hit 2-2 game here in the bottom of the ninth.
Great at bat for Pete as he battles, and he just inside outs this ball. And the key is letting this ball carry. He lets this ball carry enough so he can handle the off-speed pitch away. He gets the ball inside, and the swing is very good. The timing, the ball beat him a little bit, but then you dump that ball the opposite field. That means the swing's real good. Stayed inside the ball and dumps it in for a base knock. We're going to get a pitching change.
Craig Stammen says it's Miller time. Mason Miller is going to come in for Jason Adam with the game on the line. Pitching changes by Cubs opponents, sponsored by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Learn more at sloan.com. No one out here in the bottom of the ninth. 2-2 game. Cubs threatening with men at first and second, and Alex Bregman due up. This is the score in the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
The Cubs play here on 104.3 The Score and the Northwestern Medicine Cubs Radio Network.
Want to rethink what's possible? How about being an investor? Not just in your future, but in the future. Well, it all starts with Invesco QQQ. For more than 25 years, this single ETF has given investors a direct line to the NASDAQ 100. That's 100 leading innovators behind advances in personal tech, science, and robotics, just to name a few. And you can access it all with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs' risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 Index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Mason Miller takes over. Hard-throwing right-hander. 2-1 in 32 games this season with a 0.79 ERA. Kumi's worked 34 innings this year, given up 5 runs, just 3 of them earned on 14 hits. It's not a save situation. He's got 21 saves and 21 opportunities. But he is lights out. Cubs threatening here in the bottom of the ninth. Men at first and second, 2-2 ball game.
This game is on the line, and it may not be a save, but it's a game-saving situation for San Diego with him on the mound. 2 men on and nobody out in the ninth.
Alex Bregman waits. The pitch up high. Ball 1. Slider that missed. Bregman is 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Miller deals. Bregman swings, line drive, base hit to center field. Swanson stops at third, and now the Cubs have the bases loaded with no one out. Here in the bottom of the ninth, and Michael Busch due up.
Now Bregman hits this ball at the end of the bat, the soft line drive back through the middle. And now the Cubs, anything good, and the Cubs win a ball game. Wild pitch, base hit, sac fly, a lot of positives. San Diego's outfield now will have to come in, and they're not coming in that shallow. I thought they'd come in a lot shallower than that.
Infield in, Michael Busch at the plate, 2-2 game, no one out, bases loaded. The pitch is a called strike, a backdoor slider, 0-1. Bush 0 for 3 with a walk. Swanson the winning run at third. And the 0-1. Inside to Bush. Fastball at 102 miles per hour, 1-1.
Now Bregman is standing right next to the first base bag when this pitch is delivered. The reason, you don't want to get doubled off on a line drive hit to the first baseman.
Infield in, outfield shallow. The 1-1 to Bush. And a fly ball hit to shallow left, angling toward the line. Bowen, he makes the catch, tagging and coming home. Swanson, here's the throw, the tag, and he is out. Swanson is out at the plate. Tag applied by Fermin. 2 away. The runners advanced. PCA now at third, and Bregman at second, but 2 away here in the bottom of the ninth. Tie ball game, 2-2, Cubs and Padres.
Yeah, it's a big risk. That ball was really shallow. Dansby, this is a one-hop throw. Perfect throw to the plate on one hop. Dansby out by a couple steps.
Swanson tried to slide in feet first, but the ball way ahead of him. And the tag was applied by Fermin. 2 down. Seiya Suzuki at the plate. Men at second and third. Tie game here in the last of the ninth. The pitch is up high to Seiya. Slider. 1-0. Crow Armstrong, the winning run at third base. Bregman's at second, 2 down here in the bottom of the ninth. Infield back. The 1-0. Suzuki hits a high fly ball deep left. Going back, Bowen at the wall, leaps, and this one is off the wall. Cubs win! Cubs win! Crow Armstrong scores. Seiya Suzuki delivers. 10th walk-off of the year for the Cubs as they beat the Padres 3-2. And they are mobbing Seiya Suzuki on the infield.
This ball's hit well, but the new left fielder, he goes back. He's at the ivy, he leaps, and he gets leather on the ball. But as he comes down to land the ball, we see it trickle away from him. The Cubs win a ball game. Big swing of the bat for Suzuki, and the Cubs win a game in front of almost 40,000 on a walk-off.
It is time to fly the W, sponsored by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Chicago Cubs. Walk-off single for Seiya Suzuki, and the Cubs beat the Padres in the opener of this 3-game set, 3-2. The year of the walk-off for the Cubs, 2026, and they continue to find dramatic ways to come up with victories.
Now, it doesn't matter how, you just need W's. When you fly that W flag, it's all good.
Let's send it downstairs. Bruce is with Pete Crow Armstrong.
All right, guys, I'm here with Pete Crow Armstrong. Pete, 10 walk-off wins. This team never seems to give up. What is it about the makeup of this team?
I mean, you ask Matt every time. We just keep, the answer's the same, man. We fight.